Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Saturday Night Things Are Getting Sketchy show with Mike Rooth, Sean Hill, Kelly Williams, the Wolf Maria, and Nathan will be joining us shortly. Oh, and Stefan's here as usual, I guess. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Very good.
So tonight's theme is Batman. So what's everybody going to be drawing? Does everybody have an idea?
I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah. Me too. I'm just winging it.
I'm not quite sure, but I think I'm gonna do Bane.
Nice.
Kelly looks like he's like 3/4 of the way done, so.
Kelly cheated a little and laid it out this morning. So
Just joking around.
See, I wanted to do a villain. I don't know if I want to do Batman or Batman villain. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, I was thinking about Man-Bat, maybe.
That's what I was thinking too.
You know what? You do
Nice.
Man-Bat then, because
Nice.
you'd murder a Man-Bat. I love all your monsters and
See,
werewolves.
but I love Killer Croc. Damn.
Yeah, I know. He's my
And
favorite.
nobody's doing the Batman Who Laughs?
Oh yeah. Wait, I'll say it again. I didn't hear you.
that's a good looking one. I like the Batman that laughs. Like, I've never read any of those comics, but I've had to draw him a few times for commissions.
Yeah, he's
Great.
a fun. He's tons of fun to draw, that guy, for sure. Yeah, that's a great thing about Batman. There's so many versions. I mean, there's even that kind of like, there was that Elseworlds, I think, where he was kind of like a barbarian king, and he had like a bat kind of cowl. And
Like the
fur and armor and stuff.
Died or whatever, the return thing.
Maybe, yeah. It was pretty rad though. I remember in the '80s. I think it had like a what's that guy's name? The guy who painted the the Viking Prince in the '80s.
Hampton?
Yeah. He killed.
Hampton?
He murdered I think it was him that did the covers. I don't know that he actually showed up in the comic, but I remember these beautiful painted covers with a kind of a Conan era looking Batman that was just awesome.
And Eric will, yay, time to make donuts. I'm not following Eric. Batmite?
Yeah, that would have been a good one. Now I'm kicking myself. No.
I'll just draw. Awesome. Coming to us live from South Africa tonight, right? Oh, he's in Colorado already. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Wicked. Yeah, he saw the Batman poster go up, which he killed, by the way. It's an awesome poster. He saw that go up, and he was like, "Oh man, is there any way I can get on the Batman show?" And Batman's the guy, like he's just my guy, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, no worries. I'll see what I can do for you." But we had a full roster, so I appreciate making room for him because he's a good dude.
It's okay. People are used to me not being on the show recently. It's just been so busy trying to get everything ready.
Yeah.
Because conventions are upon us.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that we're 2 weeks out from Toronto already.
Yeah, I know. That's gonna be a crazy show, man. Can't wait. I don't know what I'm drawing yet, guys. I'll figure something out.
I was trying to figure out like some classic pose for Bane, and just started winging it. And now he's like murdering somebody here.
Just do a nasty backbreaker pose. You know, I've drawn a couple of Bane giving the backbreaker to different people at shows and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, that's the only thing that comes to mind for me, other than I don't know, flexing.
Yeah, hulking out, cutting the probe.
So, I got him like strangling somebody here. I don't even know why I thought of that, but like he's just turning the corner, like he's noticing us, witnessing a murder or something. I don't know. He won't break eye contact. Yes. Oh God, it's terrifying.
Oh yeah, they were crazy. Yeah. Shout out to the guys at Epic Shells here. Just quickly, I got my toque here, which is crazy safety orange, and I will never get lost in the woods ever again wearing this toque. But those guys blew me away. I got a late night knock on the door, and I got this in the mail. And I didn't even know what to say. So to the guys who are watching, thank you very much. This is this is the McFarlane Toys Swamp Thing, man. And I just don't even know what to say. It's rad as hell. It's pretty rad though, man. I'm totally going to take it out of the box. I don't care. But it's the detail on it is pretty awesome. I'm not really sure what this accessory is. It looks like it comes with this bud of weed, this giant long-fingered bud of weed, which would make this a way more awesome toy as well. But anyway, it's not. Maybe it's a tail or something. Not really sure. I'll have to open it up and check it out.
Yeah,
but it's really
it probably replaces a hand, and it's like a knife hand or something.
Oh, maybe you can take, yeah, okay. Or maybe it's something to prop his foot up on a base or something, or I don't know. His foot looks kind of funky. It's got like a weird bend to it. But anyway, Eric and Justin out there, thank you very much for that. That was really, really thoughtful thing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got the Lobo one that came in.
Oh, hell yeah.
That one looks awesome.
I ordered mine, so I'm waiting.
Oh, yeah, I just got a notification like about an hour before the show, like, hey, your Lobo's here. I'm like, no, okay, I guess I'll pick it up tomorrow.
I didn't know that DC had done a Black Label book of Superman versus Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that with Daniel Warren? Ooh.
Yeah, and I saw I just saw Mike Spicer did the color work on the cover, that one awesome cover. It was just like, yeah, looks so great. I'd totally buy that comic. I didn't even know it was coming out.
Yeah, Mike killed it with the colors.
Well, he also colored your Hulk cover, right?
Oh yeah. Well, he colors all my covers.
See, that's awesome. That's great.
That whole cover was just absolutely amazing.
Out of control.
Okay. Thank you. You know, it was hard actually because I looked up like how the other person had drew a 6-armed Hulk, and you know his arms were all in like his back or something, and I was like, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's hard because he's such a big, you know, monster full of muscle. So imagine all those biceps and everything just sticking out of your freaking sides.
What I love about that cover is if you like, I kept on looking at it and I'd use my thumbs to kind of block the other arms, and I love that you kept his frame and his core like in a solid like, you know, lockdown position, and those arms could have worked in any position, you know what I mean? Like you could have chosen any set of those arms and it would have made a brilliant cover, but the fact that you used all 6 arms is just without having to change the core of the figure or his head, like that was, I don't know, I just thought that was a magic trick. That looked incredible.
No, I'm glad you caught that. That's exactly what I went for. I was like, you know, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
So luckily my curiosity made that cover come out real nice. So I'm happy how it came out. I'm surprised a lot of people love it. I was just like, I thought this was the most freaky looking cover I've done, but people they enjoy it. So I was like, okay, as long as it works.
No, that's great. Comic fans are a fickle people for sure. I mean, right? It's like the last Conan cover that I did, the Sumerian for Big Country Comics. In the story, he has a beard. And like, I just don't ever think of Conan as having a beard, unless it's like King Conan. But even that, like, I don't know. At that point, I want to give him a white beard or something, you know. But like having to draw him with a beard on the cover was weird because I'm like, I bet you if I leave the beard off, I'll be able to sell the original more easily because the core Conan fans would be like, why does he have a beard, you know? But yeah, it's one of those funny things.
Well, that's what somebody told me when they saw the Hulk cover. They said, you know, this is a ridiculous idea. I like it. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, man, as long as it sells, I don't care.
Did anyone get out and see the new Batman yet?
I haven't yet.
Dying.
I haven't yet.
Oh.
I want to though.
Yeah, me too.
It looks. I thought it was going to be amazing when they told me Matt Reeves was involved. I was like, oh, it's going to be. That man had me caring for. Just talking apes. Like I almost cried when Caesar died. Like that was a spoiler. But
Yeah. I think at this point they haven't seen it. It's more on them than you.
yes. At this point,
Yes.
I was like, this is like a 10 Commandments story or something. Like, look at this.
It's 3
like
hours long or
theaters
something.
tearing out.
A lot of my friends are big hardcore movie critics, right? So I naturally just like movies just the way they are. I'm the one person who's like, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
So they're like
Right?
Stefan.
That's me.
Like,
I'll admit I'm going into it. I'm hoping for the best, like I do with any comic book movie. But you know, I refuse to do the whole. Oh, you got to shut your brain off and just enjoy it. I'm like, no, it's a movie.
No,
It still
I don't
has
have
to
to do
meet
that.
standards. You can't say lower your standards because it's a comic book movie.
right.
no, we're
Well,
way
that's-
beyond that point now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, hey, we got a new person. I think a friend of Eric's, John B. Dio, came in and said, "Damn, y'all some super talented artists. It's so cool to witness work in progress. Makes me appreciate the finished product much more." Well, welcome, John.
Cheers, man.
And for everybody who is here who wasn't here 2 weeks ago, just to let everybody know again, so we will be auctioning all these pieces off. The money goes to all the artists, but we're going to be doing 24-hour auctions now instead of just during the show, in $5 increments. All the rules will be up on the Things Are Getting Sketchy page and group. So, but we do have some show auction pieces as well that we will get to shortly. But the pieces that are being drawn tonight, there will be on a 24-hour auction that will end tomorrow, Sunday at 7 p.m. For all you snipers out there, make sure you get that in there at 6:59, 7 o'clock. Shit is off. Oh, and John's in Hawaii. Well, aloha. Yeah, definitely.
I miss Hawaii, man.
Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say.
I've never been to Hawaii. I want to go to, I think, what is it, Aloha Con or whatever they have down there?
Oh man, that would be nuts.
Yeah, get us a table there.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Could you imagine?
You can stay in Florida. I'll go.
Mm-hmm. You see the stuff I have to put up with?
Hey, man, you get to go to
too late.
Cleveland.
You showed your ass.
No, you get to go to Cleveland. I mean, that's okay.
Hey, Cleveland rocks. There's a song about it and everything. And a great song at that.
I had a crazy trip to Cleveland. It was my first time going, any further than like Niagara Falls, New York, where I used to go watch wrestling and stuff. We wanted to go see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and a bunch of friends of ours just woke up one morning and said, "Let's drive to Cleveland to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame." And we thought that'd be cool. This is like probably the mid '90s, and yeah, it was crazy. If I told you everything that happened, you'd think I was telling you a wild story. But I'll tell you one thing that happened. We were carjacked. And I was left at the side of the road with my buddy, and we had beer in a brown paper bag, and we had no money between us, and we were sitting there on the side of the street in Cleveland, and it was weirdly like everything was just kind of okay, you know? And then an hour later, our car came back, and everything was fine. But, it was a really weird day where you just kind of was like, well, I rolled the dice and lost, and the universe won today, and I'm just going to sit here and finish my beer on the side of the street and figure it out. And luckily, our car came back about an hour and a half later. So I'll tell the whole story some other time. It's a pretty crazy story.
So wait, was your car Herbie?
No, it was no.
I mean, if your car
No, it wasn't a sentient car. No, it was just a regular car. But yeah, it was a very weird day.
Well, finding out it was just a regular car, I all of a sudden got less interested.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I was getting all into it that his car came back. Like, okay, what'd you do to piss it off? And it come back like, hey, I'm sorry. I kind of blew up that shit. My bad. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's go get some dinner.
You guys still want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, that was the funny part. We got all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was a bad day. The whole day was bad, but we drove and meet like directly to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it was back before you could order things like online or get tickets or anything like that. Like we just drove there, no big deal. It was open. We called ahead. They were open. And we drove down there. It was about a 4-hour drive. And we got in there, and I swear to God, this guy, he looked exactly like Lionel Richie. I don't think it was Lionel Richie, but he looked exactly like him. And he came out of the building wearing a suit, and he had a headset on and stuff, and I guess he was the security. And just as we were walking up to the building just to go and check,
I hope it was Lionel Richie then.
He met us at the door. He was like,
better.
Get me off the way.
Is it me you're looking for?
he met us at the door and said, "Sorry, guys." And I was like, "What do you mean, sorry? Can't let you in here." And I'm like, "Why not?" We were all like just kind of shaved head punks back in those days. Like we probably looked, like we were looking for trouble. We weren't. We were just going to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They wouldn't let us in. He's like, "Yeah, we're having a private function today." And no sooner did he say that, a huge bus, like a luxury bus, drove in behind us, and like just tons and tons of like super high-end fancy people got off that bus wearing name tags and stuff. Like it was some kind of corporate event, I guess. And they closed. They wouldn't let us in because it was a private function. Someone had rented the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that day to themselves. So we ended up just being like, well, let's go to McDonald's. And then they wouldn't take my Canadian nickel, and I had to argue with a person about how there was actually more nickel in my Canadian nickel than in the American nickel that they, and it turned into a whole thing, and it almost probably should have led to an arrest at that point. And then, shortly after that, we got carjacked, and it was just the craziest day in Cleveland ever. Yeah.
But you remember it, so.
I do. Yeah, I was sober, at least until I got there. Then I was like, okay, this is going to be a bad day. They have beer in the gas stations in this country. Isn't that crazy? Let's go do that. So that's how it went down. We went here. The car was parked. Our friend was in the back seat. Our other friend was, I think he was like pumping the gas or going in to pay for the gas. And me and my other buddy, Galacto Dave, we went to go get the beer. And we came out of the... and our car was gone. And everyone was gone, and our friends were gone. And we didn't know what happened. And so it all happened while we were inside the store. So anyway, like an hour and a half later... our car pulls up again, and the guy driving the car, my friend, who looked really stressed out. And then, all the way back to Canada, he told us what happened. And it wasn't a good day for him either. But anyway, that was my trip to Cleveland. I would love to go back, though, do a Comic-Con there.
I've never been there. I should go.
You should. There's a con coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Probably add it to the list.
A few of us will be there, so you should come join us.
Woo! Well, I gotta check if the applications are still open.
Justin, pull some strings, buddy.
Is it part of the Fan Expo shows, or is it
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we got Hugh and Sean in. So it's
But more
a start.
importantly, I'll be there.
Oh, yeah, and Stefan too, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Next time,
god.
let's not have such an awkward pause. But okay.
I'm trying to think why. Like, why are we letting Hugh and Sean go with a child?
That's right. It's gonna be my baby's day out. They're gonna have to watch over. Yeah, Rob's gonna definitely swing by, so that'd be cool.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
Yep.
Rob's gonna bring the good stuff.
And just let everybody know, we will not be hearing from Carl tonight, as he once again is in Facebook jail.
Oh, come on.
God.
And I am proud to say that he's in Facebook jail because he foolishly posted something I sent him.
Was he going after the Russians?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's all right then.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen the Putin collage picture, but I sent that to him. Yeah. Yep. You know the one I'm talking about. So I sent him a high-res version of it. And like a dumbass, he went and immediately posted it.
Oh, God.
No, you can get away with the low-res version because people can't zoom in, but
He's gonna take Linda's computer phone here in a few minutes and just start going at you.
Alicia got it from him, so yeah, totally worth the jail time. Oh, it is, yeah.
Carl's such a little scamp.
Mm-hmm.
And a boy, Murray.
Oh man. My volume's low. All right.
I've literally made Bane's arm bigger than his whole head, and that's fine. It's always like that.
Oh yeah, it just means he's juiced up.
Yeah. Just taking his vitamins.
30 days. Holy cow.
Oh yeah, he got put into bad boy jail for sure.
Oh.
30 days?
I haven't seen this picture yet. Like, there's some pretty bad ones going around. Is it really that bad?
Well, it breaks all the rules that what you're not supposed to post. But it's a great picture.
Send me the picture, Stefan. I gotta see.
Do it immediately.
Yeah, that's it. And let me send it through the Facebook Messenger. See how quickly it shuts down our program tonight.
All right, let's see what this is all about here.
No, Rob, no one picked Red Hood tonight. So
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So we have Sean doing a Bane. Mike, not sure what Mike's doing yet. I don't think Mike's sure
I'm
yet.
going to do a Batman on sketch cover and then see what I have time for after that.
Oh, okay. All right. And Maria's doing an awesome man bat.
Yeah.
And Kelly is doing a version of Clayface against Batman with the nice framing device of the Batarang and an arm. And it won't be
nice.
anything like the Danny Clayface that he sent me earlier this week. Which
Good old Danny. Can always count on Danny.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure if anybody else saw that one or not, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have been banned too.
Yep. If there was any more contrast on that appendage in that image, you know, it was, that would have been the end of it for sure.
Yeah. And then,
Oh, did anybody see the South Park episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to protect the book because I just erase and erase and erase. The eraser probably does more drawing than the pencil does in most cases, to be honest. But yeah, poor man's carbon paper. Although I would like to get some rouge paper. I don't know if you guys remember the artist Chris Achilleos, but he did a really great fantasy art, like from the 70s and 80s up till now. He only recently passed away, but he used to use something called rouge paper, which I guess is sort of like a pale red kind of carbon paper transfer. And all of his original illustrations kind of have that red, little hint of a red around the edges.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, that's new to me.
It's like Zipatone. It's all that old school stuff. Those old school techniques. I'd love to get a couple of reels of Zipatone for different things. I've always wanted to play with it, but it's kind of pricey if you can even find it up here. It comes in so many different varieties.
I still have I don't know, 10 or 15 random sheets from back in the 90s.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're all chopped up because I'll occasionally pull them out and use them. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss using it. I used to use it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's I don't know. It's not as satisfying just doing it on the computer, even though it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nathan's
I've been
muted about
mildly
5 minutes.
getting away from digital. So.
Well, speaking of, since we have 5 minutes, why don't we go ahead and do our first auction?
Sure.
That's
What do
a
you
good
got?
idea. All right,
What do you got?
we're gonna do somebody who's with us in spirit tonight, but not with us. Hugh has an awesome Batman 66 piece.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So this is an 11 by 17. You can see it on screen now. So
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fast 5-minute auction. But we will. Hold on a second. Yeah, and this one's going to start at $100.
$100?
Yes, yes. Hey, I go by what the artists tell me and what they want.
Canadian 100?
What'd you say?
That's a Canadian 100?
Yes, everything's in Canadian. So, all right.
I think when we have more of our American guests on, I think we should maybe do it in USD, because I don't think it's fair to our friends, and we're getting more and more. I mean, I'm kind of outnumbered here tonight, and I don't know. These guys should be working for American money, because it's a 30%. It's a 30% hit on our on what they're making. And I mean, I've tried to get my American friends to come up to Canadian shows all the time. I know I've been asking Kelly for years and years to come up, but it's one of those things you have to factor in, is that the dollar, you got to adjust your prices, because you're going to be taking a hit when you convert that money back. It's a pain in the ass.
That's never even crossed my mind. The only reason I haven't done it is I'm real lazy about taking care of the stuff I need to take care of for my passport.
Oh yeah, no, I got you, man. Yeah, I got you.
But the money thing is a good point.
I have a ton of friends from the States who I know that it's an extra factor a lot of the time, especially if they're coming a long way. But yeah, no, I know. You'd be welcome to stay up here anytime you can make it anyway. If you can get to a show.
I'll make you regret it eventually.
I don't know. I don't see it as a big issue. Maybe because I'm pro Canada. No.
Well,
Right.
and I think it helps too that doing the 24-hour auction for the live pieces you guys are doing. So to give more people that are maybe not watching the show, but are fan, follow the page, so get a chance to drive it up a little bit. I think but we started in Canadian. You got to talk to Justin about that one.
Yeah.
So,
Or if you're in the States and you win an art from an American artist, then maybe you should pay in American dollars. You know what I mean?
I still pay in USD, on a, because
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to get high and mighty, but.
No.
Wow.
That's right there. I know. I realized that as the words were escaping my mouth, I'm like, God damn it, this is a humble brag. Shut up. Just shut up.
I pay
Rob has the
American.
whole currency conversion down to a T now.
Say what now?
No, Rob Denner, he's like, you can't switch up the currencies now. It would confuse people who've been around for a while.
Well, that's part
It's
of
just
my take
because
on it too. Yeah.
Rob goes on every day to see what the conversion is, so
Right.
that he can jump it.
All right, so Alicia jumped in with 100. All right.
All right. Also, throughout the night, guys, so we're going to have a few sales. I've got some statues and toys and collectibles I'll move tonight, if anybody's interested. But here we've got some graded books and some ungraded books. If anybody wants an ungraded book, they're $10 Canadian each. Minimum value on each book is $20 Canadian. And the slabs, random slabs, for $50 Canadian. So if anybody feels lucky and wants to try some random stuff, it's $50 for graded books and $10 for ungraded.
Cool. That's wicked, man.
Yeah, I figured I'd try something a little different. Feel a little less poor when we use Canadian money.
Oh,
Someone draw Batmite.
Batmite?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
haven't drawn him before, actually. That's a good idea.
could have had Bane killing Batmite. Oh,
Ah.
that wouldn't happen, but
Well, yeah, I don't know. I never know. Probably Mix will click on it. All right, we're down to 30 seconds. And Barry's asking if you're trying to cut into his Island Expo funds.
absolutely not, Barry. Absolutely not. For the longest time, everyone was Canadian, so he was pleasantly surprised when he went to pay for a coaster and shipping was less.
All right, it looks like Alicia got this one for $100.
Or Stefan. Or Alicia, one of them.
Awesome.
That's a steal. $100 for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, and everybody say goodbye to Justin for a while. Justin, wave goodbye to the good people.
Bye.
Later, Justin.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
have a good few minutes.
Okay, guys, I got a question.
Yeah.
Nachos or hot wings?
That's not even a competition. Nachos.
No, it's hot wings for me.
Who said hot wings? Who's feeding my cans in here?
Because that's what I'm thinking.
Every time I get nachos, my wife steals them, so I rarely ever.
Okay, all right. Now we know the truth.
That's a reasonable reason.
I've just learned to accept them. It's not going to happen. So.
Aw.
Well, I know who's going to get pictures of my next food day when I do nachos. So.
Oh God, no.
Oh yeah.
And if Hugh was on the show, he could tell you about his nacho cake, which I have actually seen and eaten before, and it is out of control.
Nacho cake?
Wait, speak
Whoa.
slower.
Cake?
Speak slower.
Nacho cake.
Well, whose cake is it then?
Oh, I'm really thinking it's actual nacho cake.
No, it is actually
It
nacho
is.
cake.
Oh, is it real? I was like, are you pulling my leg?
Oh man, it's awesome. He makes a gigantic. It's essentially like a. Well, it's really like a lasagna, like a gigantic
Oh.
Yes.
lasagna, but it's
Like a
it's in a
nightmare thing,
huge
yeah.
huge roast pan, and it's level with the roast pan, so it's like when you get it, it's like a block of pure nacho amazingness. It's not soggy. I don't know how he does it. It's got everything you ever wanted on nachos in it, and it's out of control. It feeds an army of people too. He had a big Comic-Con gathering at his place with a bunch of celebrated comic that he had, Apocalypse 4. And he had everyone over, and he made nacho cake. And Brenda made nacho cake, and my God, it was so good. I've never seen anything like it. I don't think Stefan
Will this be in Cleveland?
No, I didn't see that. No. But,
How's it, everyone?
oh, and so now we got a moment here. Nathan, NPB is with us.
How you guys doing?
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're all settled in? Getting settled in?
Getting settled in. Still bits of missions, but it's getting there. Making work.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Getting ready to set up.
So. I'm telling you, man, that Clayface is awesome.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy.
So wait,
I really like drawing him.
Yeah, if you can, he's got to be a lot of fun to do it. Yeah, because I'm thinking him and Plastic Man would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a great.
All right,
I just did that and just drew a bunch of, just made it a big blob with like a face over here and a face, some sunglasses over here.
wait, I say yeah, make a Clayface and a Clayface with sunglasses.
Or I should have, damn it, I should have had Plastic Man as Clayface and Clayface as Plastic Man.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, nobody would have saw it coming.
Yeah.
Really, they
and
wouldn't have saw
Batman
it.
just slinging batarangs at both of them because it's just easier. All right, I'll take them both out and figure it out later. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Plastic Man. Nobody's gonna be mad.
Aw, poor Plastic
I
Man.
love Plastic Man, but
It's like gets no love.
we gotta be realistic about
Yeah,
this.
it's true. He's not top tier in anyone's book. I'll admit it. Yeah.
Has anyone seen the new Batman movie?
No, we were talking about that earlier.
No, not
Unfortunately,
yet.
no one here yet.
It's amazing.
Oh, you saw it. Okay.
That's what I hear.
It's
So-
really good.
So I have to ask, is the
Yeah.
Batmobile in this one more of a Batmobile or is it like a Bruce Mobile? Like, because it looks more like just a souped up Charger. With
Yeah, it's kind of like a mixture of both, I'd say. Has anyone read the prequel novel?
No.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
yeah, I was about
No,
to say, yeah, I
There's like
didn't know that
there's a
existed.
little. I'm a big Batman fan. So there's this little prequel novel that explains where his car comes from, where he gets his armor, how he develops that. Because the movie carries on from year 2, like literally from there.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So there's no backstory. Everyone knows what happened.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's still 9 hours long, right?
It's 9 hours long. It was great, but it flew past. I wasn't bored once.
Well, I'm
That's
going to give
good.
it points for not having the death flashback in it because that alone,
Yeah.
oof, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
they don't
fella
have that
never
there.
needs to see screen again.
Yeah. I think
saw
they'll
it-
probably have a flashback of it in the second movie, but I don't think it'll be so prominent as it was in all the other movies.
Yeah. Oh, so Barry's asking what's the name of the book that's the prequel.
Let me quickly check here.
Thanks.
It's very interesting to because the car is badass. It's really badass.
Oh, it looks
It
awesome.
just says
yeah.
it says before the Batman.
Well, that makes sense. It's pretty actually accurate.
Yeah, before the Batman, an original movie novel.
All right, there you go, Barry.
Good read. It's not too long.
Cool, man.
I saw that it's supposed to be on HBO Max like next month,
Well, that's
Yes,
good.
it'll come out. Yeah, it'll come out mid month.
What?
which that'll be when I see it. But
Same here.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
excited to see it,
Yeah, me
but I'm
too.
not going to the movies.
I couldn't wait, and I had to go watch it at IMAX, which is definitely worth going to watch at IMAX. It was made for it.
Cool.
So unless you've got a massive screen at home or projector, go watch it at IMAX. Yeah.
Huh.
Looks like Robin's calling out stuff in here in the chat.
Say that again.
I think
Was that like a kaiju?
It's a motorcycle. I live on it.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
hey Stefan, are you going to rebuke to Robin's comment there?
Nah. Well, I got nothing against Plastic Man. I think he's awesome. He's godlike powers.
Yeah. Super powerful character, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I stood corrected when Mike did a Sandman Clayface coaster.
I did, yeah. That should show up any day.
Yeah.
It's actually almost why I didn't do Clayface today.
I almost did a Clayface. I was feeling like drawing something monstery today again. But maybe I will. We'll see. I'm just going to do like one sketch cover here, and then maybe I'll draw something else after.
Okay, so I know you don't like to hear the Batman origin stories, you know, when he becomes an orphan. So, have you guys ever seen Teen Titans Go, the movie?
Yes.
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 The
love
movie?
Teen
I
Titans
haven't
Go to
seen the movie,
yes.
no.
No, there's a scene where I forgot. They had to get like all the characters back to like their original. Something happens, but there's a scene where they like get Bruce when he's a kid, and they throw him in the alley where his parents are,
Yeah.
and they're.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that's the murder scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add it to the
I'm
kids show.
down.
That's great.
Yeah, that was
I love
pretty dark
that.
for that movie.
That's why I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness.
That show pushed it a little bit. I love that show. It was good fun. I haven't seen them all, but there were some great episodes of it.
I mean, it's good, you know, compared to its original, you know, Teen Titans. This one just was made mostly for kids, so.
Well, yeah,
Right.
Most to Go was, yeah, but it had some great jokes in it. I mean, jokes that
Oh, yeah.
landed really well. Did you see the follow-up movie?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Mhm.
Well, okay,
No.
so on Teen Titans Go, did you at least see the end credit scene that led to
Yes.
the follow-up movie? Okay, so it is Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. So it's the two anime, and the funniest part is because, you know, in Teen Titans the kids are a little older, drawn a little older.
Right.
Like Starfire is just completely enamored with Robin from the Teen Titans. So like and of course, you know, Robin from Go is just losing his freaking mind every time the bigger Robin's on screen. You know?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a great running gag
See?
through the movie.
I love it. It's pure joy.
That's funny.
Yeah, Jay, I did say tonight I'll just have a few statues and stuff that I'll put up for sale later on.
What?
Yeah, they'll all be roughly $50 Canadian each.
Ooh.
So,
Statues, eh?
except for
I should
one.
have just
One will
been
be
a
on the
viewer
floor.
today.
What's that?
I said I should have just been a viewer today.
Yeah, I kind of have a weakness for statues. So yeah, I might leave.
I've got a little collection downstairs as well.
Oh man, it's like the worst owning a comic business and having access to all these statues.
Yeah,
And it's like-
dude.
Well, you know what? I got to buy one for me. I might as well buy one for the store too, right?
Take care of yourself, man. That's how you got to do it.
You know, it's a business expense.
Right.
Put it on your taxes. You needed it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're right.
I don't know. They have some cool stuff coming out in the next little bit, so I just like going, oh yeah, that looks cool. You know what? Like, maybe a bunch of other people want some too, so I'll see if they want some.
That's smart.
Yeah, having access to that stuff's pretty cool. But
It's-
yeah,
it's
you have to keep yourself
literally
in
the worst,
control.
Mike. It's literally the worst.
Yeah.
And then, like,
man.
once every couple weeks, my wife comes down and goes through all the statues, and then it's just like, yeah, here we go.
I like Alicia's comment, emotional support statue.
I like it.
And Jay's asking if you said something about statues and figures are going up on sale. You want to throw one of those up there? Or get...
Do I want to? I mean, I don't want to, but I will.
All right, let's do a
We
quick
should
commercial
definitely
break.
talk if you've got any
All right,
Batman stuff.
So
you don't
the
want.
first one that we'll put up then is the Thanos
Ooh.
1 in 10 Contest of Champions. This
Oh,
one
nice.
here is $50 Canadian plus shipping.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
So it's it's pretty. I like it.
Do you want to
Yeah,
add that
dude,
into the chats there, or
Sure.
yeah, just so people can see it? Just make sure. All right. Cool.
All right. So yeah, so $50 for that. Thanos.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard Sean or not, but he was saying, "Let me know if have any Batman stuff that you're gonna." Or maybe it was Nathan. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was me. That was definitely me. We should talk. Meet me after.
So Nathan, is it just Batman or the whole Batman you that you like? Like you.
I like everything about it, but mostly just Batman. Like, so the backstory is when I grew up, I was very much in South Africa. We didn't get all the comic books and all the nice stuff you get here in the States. And so Christopher Reeve's Superman was one of the first introductions to Superman that I had. And so I absolutely fell in love with Superman and truly believed that I was his son. And I would jump over trees and jump off ships just to kind of prove it.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you. It never worked in my favor very much. But as soon as I realized I couldn't fly and my hair didn't have a blue shine in my black, I understood that like Batman would be the better option in the long run.
I love it. Oh. I'm not sure what my favorite version of Batman is. There's been so many great kind of takes on him. I guess probably it's the animated series, though. Like, I think that really captures everything about him so kind of perfectly.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you like horny Batman.
There's a new series coming out, Batman animation, called The Caped Crusader, which goes from basically where he starts off year one, first appearance type of. That's coming out very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw like they're looking for people still to work on that. Like I saw something circulating on Twitter. Like,
oh wow.
Oh, I saw the trailer on HBO Max. The trailer on there already.
Oh right, no, I mean I'm just saying like they're still. I mean, it may be a different series too, but like I was pretty sure it was that one. So that just means it's probably got a long life ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, I think.
But yeah, I was recently making my way through all the animated stuff. And yeah, through watching the animated series and Batman, the new Adventures of Batman and Robin, which there's a significant difference in the audience, even though these were supposed to be all kids' cartoons. The audiences are meant for, because man, Batman and Robin's dark. Like,
It's very dark.
Yeah, not Batman Forever or Batman Beyond Dark, but it's dark. But
Yeah, yeah.
but Batman Animated Series and Batman and Robin New Adventures, yeah, that is the horniest Batman ever written.
Well, he is a bachelor and like a billionaire, so yeah.
But he's only good at it when he's Batman, because when he's Bruce Wayne, man, got no game. Like the opposite of what we see in the movie.
But that's on purpose.
Yeah.
No, it's not. He just, if you watch it again, first off, like he always wears this brown dookie suit. Like I don't know why it's the worst color palette for a Bruce Wayne, and just he's constantly trying to hit on Selena Kyle, and she wants nothing to do with Bruce. She's all about the bat, and it's so freaking funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my favorite Batman's Lego Batman.
Lego Batman.
That's still legitimate.
Then I've got something to send to you.
I like him.
Yeah, I
What
wrote
is it?
I wrote Lego Batman.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Lego Batman in comic books I wrote.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
So yeah, I'll send you a copy of that one.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was for San Diego Comic-Con 2006 when they were launching. So I got the cool little toy to go with it with the Joker laugh. But
Cool.
of course they sent me home with a bunch of comps. I got some graded, so I'll send you and Nathan one. I know you guys are Batman fans, or since you're Batman Lego, I'll definitely send you one on that.
Okay.
Well, let me show you what I bought last night.
Did you get the new Batmobile?
I did.
I want that so
Nice.
bad. That looks so good.
I was super tempted to buy that when I saw it a few days ago.
I kind of like went a bit ballistic and bought a lot of the toys. I've got like 3 of the action figures. I've got 2 of the Mattel Batmobiles.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
So then, what's your favorite Batman villain then? If you don't mind me
Batman
asking.
villain.
Yeah.
This new Riddler blew my mind. It was so dark. It was amazing. He was a good portrayal of a rewritten character, but kept kind of to the core of him, but very dark. This is not a kid's movie. I promise you that. Ooh, my Funko Pops also just arrived.
All right, Maria brought up a good question. Let's round robin that one. Mike, what's your favorite Batman villain?
Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I get those "which one's your favorite character" questions, it always comes down to like, what do I like and what do I like to draw? Because sometimes those are inseparable, and sometimes they're the opposite. I don't know. I think my favorite Batman villain, it's got to be Clayface, because I just love the monster stuff. But I have a soft spot for. I love drawing Two-Face, so I think he's also, you can really cut some interesting, shapes with that guy. But yeah, I don't know. I love Killer Croc too. I'm kind of torn. Like I like Killer Croc from that. I like that fisticuffs kind of character. So, yeah.
And this is why we always go to you first, Mike, because it's those direct answers.
I don't know.
That gets the conversation rolling.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
I can't pick. That's my answer. I don't know.
All right, Nathan, we'll jump to you, man. Who's your favorite Batman villain?
Well, like I said, I think Riddler definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the quizzes and the riddles, and in this movie, there's so many. In the new movie, there's so many. What's the right word? Easter eggs about all these comic books that they've taken from, like some lines taken directly and translated into the movie, which was I liked that. I liked that a lot.
That's cool.
Cool. All right, Sean.
Oh, hands down, it's Ra's al Ghul.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that was
Like
where I was gonna go. Detective.
it's Ra's al Ghul. Like
Hmm.
even the old like Danny O'Neill back in the day stuff. Like I was a little kid when I read that, but I was like, this character is terrifying.
Yeah,
But
he
Yeah.
is very terrifying because he has a plan and nothing allows him to deviate from it.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
he's just so like one-minded, just single-minded. He just goes after it. Like
Mhm.
nothing stops him. And how long has he been alive for? Like 1,000 years? Who knows? It's just
Centuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Centuries. Yeah.
We'll circle back around that because there's a great and probably one of the funniest things done with Rosh during the animated series, but we'll circle back around to that. I don't want to derail
All right.
this too much yet. But yeah, great. I'm going with you, Shomar. Great call. That's my guy right there. All right, Kelly, who you got?
And I'm with Mike about the monstrous guys, but honestly, like, I think I'm tired of him, but I still think the Joker's like one of my favorites.
No,
But
he's good. Yeah.
it's either him or Scarecrow outside of like the
Oh,
big
yeah.
monster guys.
Yes. Yeah, Scarecrow has potential. But
I want to do like a very seriously horror like story with that guy. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
just not cutting it, so that it's like accessible, like a real horror story using him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll never happen. But
All right,
Don't
so
say never.
Don't say never,
Well,
man.
fair enough.
Justin, what about you, buddy?
Mine's always been Joker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for explaining yourself. All right.
No problem.
All right, Rooth, since you started this question, we'll end with you. Who's your
Well, I like me. I like the monsters. So Bane, I love Killer Croc is my number one. I don't know why. I grew up. I like his story keeps changing. I just like it. He goes from being like working in the carnival as a freak, and then he's like a mob boss, and then I don't know. Then he's Cajun at one time, and I love what Arkham the video games did to him, where he mutates and he gets more beast-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he can't control himself, and he's in pain. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like the animated series of all the villains too, because the original one, because Scarecrow in that one's really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really creepy. And then the Mad Hatter in that one's really good too.
Yep.
He's
I was
creepy.
watching
He's
it,
a
so I had about
huge creep in the animated series.
Oh, that's what I like
yeah,
though.
Yeah. Mad Hatter's a complete creep. Total
Like,
sex
that's
pest.
Yeah.
So yeah, the video games did a great job. The video games and the animated series do great with the villains. I mean, Batman has like the best villains out there. Him and
His
Spider-Man.
Rogues Gallery is- No, I
Definitely
would
the
say hands
most
down his
diverse.
Rogues Gallery is the best. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Quite honestly, Clayface shouldn't be in the Batman Rogues Gallery. He should be in Superman's Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, because he's just, I mean, he's a fucking god. I mean, Batman only beats him by, sheer luck and lots of explosives. But don't get me wrong, I love Clayface. Absolutely love Clayface. It's just,
Yeah.
he's just so OP as fuck. So, but going to the animated series and all the villains and everything, I'm not sure how fresh in the mind you guys are with the episode where Reich is talking about his son, his first heir, and it's like a Jonah Hex story.
yeah.
Where Batman and
I
Robin.
vaguely remember that.
Yeah, so Batman and Robin are listening to a tape, that Reich gave them to narrate this entire story. So that way the story can be this flashback of what's being narrated on tape. But if you think about the tape and how it works and everything, he's giving flavor text narration because he's talking about Jonah Hex being this harsh but yet charismatic character. I'm like, wait a second, you're just trying to tell a story and you're giving he's going full on narration, and as a writer, I totally appreciate it. But it's like, could you just imagine Batman and Robin in the Batmobile listening to, right? All right, let me paint a picture for you. It's
His book on tape.
Yeah, 1889, Montana. For some reason that one just always tickled me. I was like, man, he's given a lot of flavor text in this narration. Like I could picture Raish in like the sound booth at an audio, like one of those pay by the hour audio recording places. You got the cans on in front of the microphone. The engineers behind the glass going, "What the fuck am I getting into here?"
See, but you gotta appreciate that with like Batman's villains, the monologue in them. They're like, let me give you a story. Let me tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
You think your life's bad? My life's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I am a little disappointed no one picked Max Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That man is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted him to be cooler, but I always loved KG Beast.
Oh.
But he was a terrible character. Like he's just a terrible character. Like he sucks every time he shows up. He's the worst. And they make him talk not only like a bad Russian, accent. They give him like a bad Russian caveman accent. It's just the dialogue is painful. It's just awful. I was reading some old.
You expect the next line out of his mouth to be moose and squirrel.
Oh man, just wild. But yeah, really crazy.
Asmadanya.
And he's had everything goes wrong. He always gets brutally defeated by Batman every time. But he's got such a great hook, the name KG Beast, and no one's ever done anything decent with him. Really, as far as I know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. No insult to anyone out there who's done awesome stuff with KG Beast, but I gotta read it if you have, because I love the character. It's just such a disappointing character in a way,
he is the Worf of the Batman Rogues Gallery. Like he gets his ass handed to him, so people go, "Oh my god, they beat the KG Beast. They must be tough."
Yeah, I think they were just trying to I think that was just during a time when the goal was to try to, I don't know. I mean, anyway, yeah.
I'm with you. I mean, because Bane makes my top 5, but he's just been shit on so much by poor writing and just bad use in the movies that it's like, man. Because when he first showed up on the scene, he was a legitimate Batman rival because he was smart.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they just started making him less smart and more,
more beast-like.
Goofy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, when he first showed up, man, his whole motivation was so focused, and he was almost, it was crazy. You know what a really interesting take on Bane was. I don't know if you guys ever read the Batman '66 comics, but he showed up in that, and he was more like El Santo, like he was like a celebrity luchador kind of character instead of the more monstrous beast version that we're used to. And he's really flashiest cars and flashiest clothes, and it was really cool. I've had the Drum a few times actually, and it's an interesting take on Bane.
So a couple quick questions here real quick. So Mike, is your Batman headless?
No, he's got a head. I guess I can move my camera up.
There you go. No, you're good.
Oh, sure. Sorry, yeah, it's less interesting looking at a bald torso the entire time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The bat torso.
Sorry for the bat torso, everyone. Yeah.
Jeffrey, I'm not going to butcher his last name, is asking, will that strictly be a Bane or will there be other characters to Sean? I think he is choking out another character, right, Sean?
Yeah, but I don't know what to really make this character. Yeah, I think I've kind of put
it's mainly Bane, though. Yeah.
Police uniform on him or something like that. So, because Gotham police can't do anything about Bane.
No,
so
they can't do anything about a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, like
I mean, that's why we have Batman.
yeah. Somehow Gotham
Exactly.
PD is the best and worst job at the same time. Yeah.
Well,
We
like
get-
realistically, would you go against any of these guys?
No, no.
Oh, not at all.
I quit my
No.
job.
Yeah, it is a goddamn nightmare being on the night shift.
Like the whole thing with there being all these crooked cops. I'm like, well, yeah. If they're not crooked, they're probably just dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Or they end up crooked.
I would be crooked too. It's either that or get mutilated in an alley by
Oh
Joker.
yeah, yeah. I'm
I'd
taking the pay.
be like, what do you need me to do, man?
See, but that's the thing. Like, if you fight Joker,
Just want me to laugh? That's
right?
fine.
Yeah.
No, he'd screw with your head, because then you see like two of your buddies get like acid in their face because of the little flower he has,
Yeah.
and then he squirts you, and you're thinking your face is gonna burn and it's water, and he's just laughing at your face, and you're just terrified because you're like, huh, huh.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
say it straight up right now. If I'm in Gotham, cop or not, I see a clown, I'm shooting that motherfucker from the get-go. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
No questions asked.
I don't care. I'm not
Especially
taking a
if
chance to find out which clown it is. Yeah, don't invite me to a kid's birthday party is all I'm saying.
I've always kind of appreciated how much backstory different takes on Batman give us about the police too, because you got to think the police in that town would be fucked up, and and the fact that they get up and go to work every day and they like actually advance through their career and become detectives and get their own office and get their own like little side story in a comic book, like. It's great to have all these different, and some of them end up crooked and some of them end up on the other more extreme side of the law or whatever, and I always thought that was kind of cool to have there's a great gallery of just characters that are Gotham police, I guess.
Well, why do you think Montoya drinks?
Sorry, what was
I
that?
said, why do you think Montoya drinks? I would be
Yeah.
drinking heavily too if I was on the police
Yeah.
force.
Yes.
Mhm.
On the job, off the job.
Yeah, all that shit. You're saying.
What?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That
Did we
coffee's
just see
spiced.
an undead Hulk flip over a fucking dump truck? Yeah. Go get me some-
Yelling about it being Monday?
I am gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Citizens probably want you to arrest him.
Yeah.
No.
No, he's good. I didn't see nothing.
Oh, or you're that one cop that's about to retire the next day, and you're like, okay, I survived Gotham. I survived. Boom.
Always, yeah.
Danny
it's a
Glover
great-
would have a
Oh.
really hard time there.
Oh, yeah. I don't do
I would
shit.
never mention my retirement.
Like,
Never.
that last night, I would, like, just hide in the bathroom.
Oh, shit.
Who's on duty? No one.
Thomas Day is saying that Man Bat is terrifying, Maria. And,
Oh, thank you.
he ain't wrong. That's a really good one.
Yeah, it's awesome. Guys are all killing it. Jeez.
Yeah, Rob brought up no love for Calendar Man or Condiment King.
I was about to say the Condiment King.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rob, you missed the conversation earlier in the week when I was talking about Condiment King because one of two characters to make it over from the animated series into Batman canon.
Crazy.
The other being Harley Quinn. So yeah, you're getting like both ends of the spectrum on that one.
Is Kite Man considered a Batman villain? Not really, right?
Don't think so. I mean,
Who, sorry?
Oh, Kite Man.
I thought it was interesting that Solomon Grundy, I think, is considered part of the Batman.
oh, he totally is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically like zombie Hulk kind of,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
he's totally Zombie Hulk. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely OP as fuck. But it's the the dead brain that keeps him, easily enough distracted and defeatable.
Yeah.
He's one that they did a really good job with him in the video games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh wait, say that again. You go.
You got.
I was about to say his Justice League animated story is pretty good too. When Hawkgirl has to kill him.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. I gotta watch those again.
That was so sad.
It was.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Rob, so Solomon Grundy's like one of the characters you kind of feel bad for in the Rogues Gallery, but Rob brought up with the ventriloquist was a great character. That's probably the most tragic character of the Batman.
Oh yeah.
Because that's somebody who truly has, a mental issue. Because he's being controlled by voices in his head, literally. But
yeah,
it got the worst, I think, in The Dark Knight Returns, when Scarface and I forget the other puppet basically turn on each other and fire on each other. And all that happens is he just mutilates both his hands. And I'm like, so horrific and sad at the same time. Barry, we don't talk about that show, Gotham. It doesn't exist in my. Sorry. No.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but it is time for me to go. Sadly.
Oh no! Hey.
Aww.
You got to do. So.
Bye, Maria.
Yeah, when you finish the piece, if you send me a screenshot, I'll post it on the page.
Oh yeah, I have it done tonight. I just gotta go to my appointment. Damn it, because I'm having lots of fun.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Though. Yeah.
Everybody, absolutely beautiful.
Well, I love. Oh man, no, you guys are doing real good. Mia, it's just a quick sketch. So here you go. For anybody who's interested, it's almost gonna be done. So.
We'll have it up on the tags page this evening. So
awesome! It was nice meeting all of you. You guys have a good night and a great weekend too.
You too. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Is Justin still hanging around?
I'm here. Just kind of sitting around in the back.
No, that's cool. Just wanted to make sure I can put you in her slot. So, all right. I am actually going to be right back. Justin, keep the rig rolling.
Oh no! What do I do?
How do I work this thing?
Try to have personality. That's all I ask. Right back.
Oh man.
So you just packing up orders all weekend, buddy?
What's that?
You just packing up orders all weekend and?
Yeah. Well, I started to get everything ready for the Sumerian release this week.
Oh,
so
nice.
Those will all be heading out, and then I'm just waiting on the We Lives from Sean and Radiant Reds. Everything. It's like everything releases this week.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a busy few days for me, but I just wanted to have it all done before I head out your way there in a week and a half. So
you've given us a reason to clean our apartment, Justin. So nice clean place when you're. I wish the couch was about a foot longer for you, but you should be okay on it. Because you're a lot taller than I am, but it's probably about 7 foot, so I don't think you're quite 7 feet. So,
no, not quite. I'm 6'5", so. But yeah, no, it'll be good. Nice drive up, and
yeah, man.
That's what I like about those anything Ontario and East is it's all a drive. So
yeah, I love the drive out east. I wanna do it again sometime soon.
Well, someday.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to move out here someday.
Oh, that's always been the plan. It's always in the back burner, man. It's just it's very far from you know, from all of our families kind of clustered in two places, 6 hours apart, right? So it's
Yeah.
but you know what that's all about. You spend years and years away, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe one day, man.
Well, it's like, because I spent, 8 years away from home, and, I could probably count on one hand how many times I saw my family in 8 years. So,
Yeah.
but, no, it's good.
What game store do you have?
Sorry?
What comic book store do you have? What's the name?
We own Big Country Comics. It's
Big
run
Country
between myself, Stefan, and my wife, and and Mike and Hugh, and so.
To be fair, I'm more moral support and
Oh, I just want to know because I'd like to punch it a bit and check out your stuff.
Yeah, we got all the variants that we've done. Done a lot of them, man. It was it's crazy. I mean, when you see them all laid out, it's kind of like, wow, that was a busy year, you know.
All right, so hey, we got a question here for Nathan.
Yeah.
So Robin was asking. Robin works in LA and Hollywood and stuff. So he has a lot of movie questions. But his one was like, does things like District 9 and Chappie and all the modern sci-fi stuff set in South Africa, does that speak to you, or is that just like a North American thing? Like, this is what we think of South Africa.
Look, I think what you see in District 9 and Chappie is it's got truth in the story. You do get those areas that definitely look like that, and are run down and look like, are squatter camps. Informal settlements is the more preferred or liked word, I think. So yeah, it definitely does look like that. The squatter camps that you see, that's Johannesburg in District 9, and Chappie is also basically based between Joburg and Cape Town. So it's fairly true to the origin.
Okay, I mean,
so it's a rough place.
I mean, my Die Antwoord is like my reference I seen, but I wasn't sure if they were doing it more for effect for their videos or if that literally was like.
That's so where the prawns stayed in District 9. That is literally the informal settlements that are all across South Africa. That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the people.
No, Rob. I said moral support, not oral support.
It's not that kind of
stuff. Sean, what are you working on these days, man?
Oh God, trying to finish up one book I'm on, and having a real tough time with it. But it's an indie title. It's not really. I think I'm still like maybe 7 or 8 pages away from getting it done. Besides that, just taking whatever cover gigs I can, and then I'm really starting to prefer cover gigs nowadays. And I haven't really talked about it too much yet, but I've started on the second issue for the Hate It, and
nice.
Yeah, just trying to clear my calendar and drawing table to get more stuff done, basically.
Yeah.
Right on. What about you, Kelly? What are you working on?
Yeah, I guess. I don't. I'm finishing up a 5-issue series that Scout's putting out in a few months, called "The Life and Death of the Brave Captain Suave."
Okay.
It's written by Joe Sorecki, who I did Letter to Joe with. And it's kind of a modern take on Don Quixote, but your hero's a homeless guy who's obsessed with Golden Age comic books. So all of the fantasy stuff is like a comic book. So I do watercolor for all the realistic stuff, and then kind of old dot screeny kind of color for all of the fantasy bits. But yeah, I'm drawing the last issue of that, and then
Well, I just want to say anybody who's obsessed
Don't
with
know.
Golden Age comics is pretty much going to be homeless if they're really buying the Golden Age comics.
well, true enough. But I don't know after that, actually. I haven't actually nailed anything down, I guess. I got a couple little things. Got a weird book coming out around Halloween that I worked on with Steve Niles and his wife, Monica Richards.
Yeah.
It's not... nobody's going to see this one coming. I don't guess. It's kind of out of left field for everybody involved, really.
I can't wait, man.
And Nathan?
Sorry, you broke up a little bit there.
Oh, sorry, Nathan. Are you working on anything right now, or?
Not anything specifically. I'm just basically working on mostly tattooing. That's basically taking up most of my time. And then just trying to get in the quick sketch whenever I can. And again, thank you for having me on the show. It's amazing drawing with you guys. So,
Yeah, awesome to have you.
dream come true.
Oh, that's great, man. No, any time, honestly, man. Like, yeah, we'll go down to like probably twice a month schedule in the warmer months, but we'll have a spreadsheet out there, and we'll get everyone on.
He's on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I put my name out.
Mike, I know, Mike, you got your Dodge Kickstarter coming up soon, eh?
Yeah, I just finished inking the cover of that, which I'm really happy with how it turned out. Actually, I'll show it to you guys. Actually, where is it now? It's in my scanner. Hang on a sec here. So my scanner is a piece of garbage, and I have to like wait and press the paper down because otherwise I get these blurry spots. But this is the cover of Dodge here, number 3.
Nice.
And it's just Dodge carrying Lieutenant Swan through the snow, being chased by werewolves. I'm not sure about the werewolves, if I need them on the cover or if I'm not gonna do a wraparound on this one, but yeah, I'm gonna color it up probably tomorrow. I've got it all scanned, but I had to scan it like 5 times and like
Might I make a suggestion?
patch some stuff. Huh?
Might I make a suggestion?
Sure.
When you color it up, you can probably do it, but you don't have to do the full werewolves, but just do like a hint of one there, like show the eyes or something in the background.
Yeah, I was thinking of showing them like super faded out, like if it's as if it was a blizzard and you could just kind of see like a gray, like maybe a couple of silhouettes very small in the low foreground here, something like that, or the low background rather, something like that. Just very.
But also,
maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. We'll see.
it would really something like that would also push that foreground figure out even more too.
True.
Even though
Yeah,
it's already pretty out there, but yeah.
I should though. That's a good idea. Yeah, I've had this idea of doing that. I just, yeah, one of those things where I didn't see it in the rough sketch. This actually is a panel from a page in the book, a very similar panel that we kind of thought that'd make a great cover, so we blew it up and kind of did a different take on it. But yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully color that up tomorrow, and I might even do those background werewolves kind of digitally. Maybe just I can keep them more subtle back there. I don't know. I'm not a real big digital person yet, but you can do little things. I can do little things like that pretty easily. I'm learning. Erica teaches me a lot of stuff. My wife's a designer, so she teaches me a lot of stuff about Photoshop that I just kind of always ignored. But Stefan showed me a lot of stuff too. But stuff like just proper usage of layer masks and things like that I never would have really considered before, because I tend to keep my digital colors pretty simple. But anyway, yeah, there's some cool tricks that I'm learning. So maybe I'll try that out on the cover.
Renan, and that's starting up on April 1st, I think.
That was the plan, but we may actually jump it sooner, so it may just show up and surprise everyone kind of out of left field. But I'll give everyone as much notice as I get. I'm still kind of building it and adding tiers to the Kickstarter. We had some ideas for different art tiers that people could get to help us get to the goal, and yeah, so I'm just kind of figuring out some of those. There'll be a chance to get a really big piece of artwork. There'll be a chance to get some medium-sized ones, a chance to get some smaller 6x9s like I did with the last Kickstarter. And yeah, I don't want to overtax myself with that stuff, but we will be making some pretty big ones. Also, there are going to be 2 of the last Ronin obscurity blanks, which I got one of them right here. I'm going to be making 2 of these available as a higher-end commission art tier to support Dodge as well. So any Last Ronin fans out there will have a chance to grab one of those.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what's going on with me, and it has been a really busy couple months. Actually, a really busy start to the year. I think I've done like 9 covers, including Dodge, since the start of the year, and it's just been like a blur, which is, it's pretty awesome. And but yeah, yeah, it's those are long days in there for sure. But I love doing covers. It's my favorite thing. I like it much more than doing comics, for sure.
It's surprising how many artists prefer to do covers than interiors. Shocked, I say. Shocked.
Absolutely.
I like how fast I can do a cover, and
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
and then like the page rate versus the cover rate,
Yeah.
usually is nice. But personally, I still kind of prefer drawing the interiors.
Yeah.
I love doing covers, but I enjoy doing the interiors when I'm not pulling my hair out over it.
And you're super good at it too, so
I'm all right. Thank you.
I'm just not anywhere fast enough that I can really do it and only it. I'd always need covers or commissions or something, because I'm just not as fast as I wish I could be. I'm getting faster. I think if I made the switch to fully doing my line art digitally, because a lot of the pencils that I do are almost like right there anyway, I could literally switch it to black and switch my blue line to black and tidy it up in places, and my inks would be done in a lot of cases.
I think about it a lot.
I think about it a lot, but then I just can't pull the trigger, because at the end of the day, I want to have that stack of pages. I don't know. It's just I need to see the weight, the heft of that stack of finished pages. It inspires me to, even if it doesn't grow very quickly. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. I got a friend, Jason Liu, a guy in Toronto that everyone loves. He did the Pitiful Human Lizard, and he's doing a lot of awesome stuff at Marvel right now. And he was just drawing his book so fast when he was releasing his final few volumes of The Pitiful Human Lizard. And he would take pictures of him laying on the floor with these stacks and stacks of beautiful pages all around him. And I was like, man, I don't think I can give that up. Like, I'll go as far as print as, working digitally and keeping the lines all tight that way. But then when I have to do it by hand, I have to ink it by hand. I don't know.
I also have the problem that, I don't know if other people see it, but for me, when I look at my digital line work versus my analog, like, I notice too big a difference, and I don't like the way it looks digitally.
I feel the same.
It's just, I don't know, like, I think some of the way I draw is, like, it's so not perfect, I guess, and, like, and to have that, like, sharpness and clean look, like, it just kind of bugs me. But, like, I've definitely drawn a couple books, like, all digital, but they were books that, like, it made sense. Like, they were for a younger audience and stuff. So I went a little more cartoony and things like that. I don't know that I'll ever be able to just fully go.
You know what?
Digital.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And you know why? The reason why is because I know artists who have gone fully digital, and I it's just amazing, like how you just think there's people out there who draw so much, and drawing is such a huge part of their life, like everyone here in the show. But like, to imagine a person doing their work any other way when you've come to know them for years, to know like pro old school comic artists are like, yeah, I went digital and I literally never looked back because I was able to find the exact replica of how I would work analog anyway, and my lines look the same, and I whether they're using washes or whatever, they figured out whatever tool they like the best that can match their analog skills. And I personally, I think I'm afraid that if I went down that road, it would happen to me. And just drawing with my hands on paper is just something that it's as much for my mental health as it is for my work. You know what I mean? I don't know I don't know that I could switch that off and do my best work at the same time. So I don't know. I guess I'd have to see. You can't argue with the speed, though. You can't argue with the production rate that you can get once you get into a good flow working digitally like that. I don't know. Sometimes I shoot myself in the foot by penciling digitally because I can't anywhere, unless the page is 10 times its size, I can't ink anywhere as nice as I can pencil with the iPad, and that scares me sometimes, So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, there are caveats, like when you get a really good fast workflow digitally, because then it starts feeling really mechanical, and after a while it does start feeling like work, like really quickly.
Right.
So especially if you're doing interior work a lot.
Yeah.
It's I've started doing more traditional stuff more and more now. Like I've done digital for years, and it was mostly just because of my most unreasonable hatred for scanning. But it's just
fuck scanning.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite part of making comic books.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Scanning, and then we clean up after scanning. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
But I have committed this year that I'm at least gonna do one book traditionally.
Nice.
So ultimately, I always prefer doing traditional. It's just that like the workload I would take on is like I just could not keep up with it on a traditional in a traditional way. So I would just I made the switch years ago, but and I did curtail it to feel more traditional and stuff, but that took time, and you get into a good workflow, it does, some things can go by pretty quickly, but I mean it wouldn't take away like my preference for traditional work though. It just feels better, like ultimately, and you want to feel, I guess, good about doing the work you're doing. You don't want to turn that into too much of a mechanical job that you just kick out pages.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump back to Justin real quick, guys. We'll do a quick commercial.
What?
Yeah, gotta keep them lights on.
Jesus. That caught me off guard. All right, so the next thing that we're going to have is Godzilla vs. Kong San Diego 2021. They're vinyl toys, so you can get both of these. They're still in the plastic. I haven't opened these at all. And for both of them, it's $50 for both. So that's what I got for now.
That's good.
Are they statues?
They're small little vinyl. I don't know, they're called vinyl toys. So Godzilla.
Nice.
No, sorry, Kong comes with a battle axe. And They can swap heads apparently.
That's important in a kaiju fight for sure.
Yeah.
And the
Jeffrey
head
wanted to
can
point
be
out that
moved
all
into
those
different
slabs
positions. Jeffrey's look at all those slabs behind me. Yeah, I mean that's about, I don't know, an 8 maybe.
Yeah, I just want to point out I don't have a single one of those behind me.
No, you don't.
Yeah. My 2021 package didn't have a single fucking slab book in it. That's all I'm saying.
No, because the whole goal that I wanted to set out for you was to go to conventions, get the artists to sign them,
Yeah.
and then we can slab them.
Oh, so so you just got one of each of those behind you is what you're telling me.
Well, I mean, in some cases, like 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're not helping your argument there. We'll continue this conversation after the show.
So yeah, and I mean, well, I started going through. I'm bringing a couple boxes to Toronto of slabs. So
Sorry, I got to interrupt real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this on. So Jay posted on our page that his son wanted to draw with us. So he took a picture of his kid drawing with the monitor up, and he's drawing with us. It's pretty dope.
Oh, that's cool,
Jay,
man.
what's your kid's name, man?
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, I'll send you guys. This is awesome.
Sweet. Looking forward to hitting Deep River, man. That's gonna be a fun show, I think.
that's gonna be fun.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
y'all. I mean, I hope it's a good show for you. I mean, is what I meant to say.
Whatever.
I don't know how that came out so differently, but
No, that'll be a nice little show.
Jeffrey,
I told a
Jeffrey,
bunch of my friends up on the base in Petawawa, so they're spreading the word around.
Nice.
So Jeffrey's asking if you're going to be at Fan Expo, but I'm not sure which Fan Expo he's referring to.
Yeah. I'll be.
In August?
Oh yeah, I'm hoping I'll be at the one in August.
Yeah.
As long as Michael will let me.
Oh yeah. Of course, man.
I'm joking. Yeah. So I think the plan is for Fan Expo Canada, and I will be in Toronto in 2 weeks with Mike and Hugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
It's a great show. It's the more comic focused show, I think, of the Toronto Comic Cons, and it's it's great. It's good fun. I always see lots of. It's one that I think a lot of my American friends find worth going to because I end up, Chris Campana comes up a lot of the time, and Dan Parent, and oh man. There's tons of guys that come up. It's good. It's a good show for everyone, I think.
It's like what, the second or third largest in North America or something?
Yeah, the Fan Expo is. Yeah.
Yeah, Fan Expo.
There's been times when it's rivaled New York for size and for capacity. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's definitely the biggest one in Canada, and I'm always like, I've been very lucky. I've been a guest at the show now for about 8 years in a row, and it's a big game changer. When you're not, because the artist alley tables aren't cheap, and like any big show, like, oh man, C2E2 reached out to me, and I'm like, man, I'd love to do C2E2, but that's a lot of money for those tables. So
yeah.
I've never been a guest at one of those shows, but I'd love to be a guest at one of those shows, but I don't know that they even do that.
Actually, Mike, talk to me after the show.
All right.
You might be going to C2E2.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well,
Like,
there you go. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a new thing that has been brought up, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah. with Schmatter Rock.
Well, if you go, I'll see you probably.
That would be wicked, man.
I mean, I applied for a table anyway, so.
That'd be awesome. Oh man, I missed that show. I was just looking at my C2E2 pass. The last time I was there was 2015.
Oh, wow.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
The best comic book show. I'll state it.
It's so good. That show is so good that it feels like yesterday and it was 2015. You know what I mean? Like it really made an impact on me. That was my third time, I think, doing that one. And yeah, it was awesome. It was a great time. Love that city. Love that show.
I think if
One day
I
when I'm
do
being
this
strong.
year, it'll be like my 7th or 8th time.
Wow.
Well,
I've done it like every year since the first time, I think.
There's two guys that you come to my table, and like I was about 3 years apart seeing them one time, and it's an uncle and a nephew, and they spend the entire time insulting each other and just busting each other's balls super hard while they're at my table. Like it's almost uncomfortable how brutal they are to each other with their insults, but it's all love. Like it's all just. That's just how they communicate, and they're a hoot. They always come up and ask for sketches or whatever, and they just cut each other up the whole time that I'm drawing. Like it's hysterical. I can barely get the drawing done because I just have to stop and laugh until I just about gasp because they're savages. I love it.
savages, I say. Savage.
I miss that show though. I miss Mike Negan too. I miss just seeing his smiling face, at New York and all those shows. He's just an awesome dude.
Is he still? I feel like he's not doing it again.
He's not doing it again,
or not handling the Artist Alley stuff again. I might be wrong though.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I think there was a while where he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it seems like once everything started coming back, like it was someone else is starting, or maybe it's this year someone else is starting.
Right. Okay.
But then again, I swear his name was on the email about tables opening up and everything. So
yeah,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, actually, I normally would get those invites to apply for a table from Mike. Yeah, and now they come from someone else. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I love getting an email inviting me to buy a table.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Isn't it the best?
Yeah.
I feel real like, I've made it.
Yep. Well, it's like when any company sends you out an email saying, "Hey, we're giving you a gift. Here's 20% off of our products to buy."
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
Except they're not even giving you 20%
exactly
off.
like that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it's still the whole concept of, we're giving you an opportunity to give us your money.
Yeah.
It's
How lucky.
Right.
Yeah, I feel so special. Yeah.
This doesn't benefit us at all.
Is that how you know you made it in the comic book world?
Yeah.
I think everybody who's ever applied for C2E2's made it at this point.
We'd love to have you give us $850 for a table. Spend 3 days here. It'll be fantastic.
You'll
It's
love
how
it.
much?
What? Oh, I'd love to do that too because I'm a lunatic. Yeah, perfect.
It's $800.
No, it's
Well,
it's
no,
like 400 and it's close to 500 this
Canadian.
time.
It's a little bit more. It's
Yeah.
That's somebody's rent. So like, I'm not.
not that much. That's
It's a lot, yeah.
That's
Especially-
especially well over $650 though for me, probably at that rate that it is. Which is, again, it's like that's not that bad. Yes, these days, for as often as I'm doing shows.
It's especially bad if you're maybe if you're somebody who hasn't done a lot of shows, like maybe this is one of your early ones.
Yep.
And the odds of you even making your table back are slim, that's a steep commitment.
Yeah.
It is for sure. And it all depends too what the dollar is doing, because sometimes like the exchange rate, there was a couple years, man, where the exchange rate was almost like, a $500 US table would almost cost me $800, because by the time you add the Visa like digital transaction fees that they hit you with, like I hate that about Reed Pop shows is they, you could just pay with a check or you could pay with PayPal, but no, if you're going to do that, you have to spend that extra like online processing fee that they have built into it every time, and that all just adds up, man. It all just adds up. All of a sudden, your $500 table is like a $600 table, and then you convert that to Canadian, and it's like, oh man,
I paid with
the
the check
That's
one
terrible.
time.
Yeah.
You mispronounced the convenience fee.
Yeah. The convenience fee.
It's
I
very
paid with the
convenient.
check one time, and I was so stressed out for like 2 months because they never got a hold of me to tell me if they got the check.
Yeah.
And then when I finally got a hold of them to ask, they were like, we'll find out. We'll get back to you. And like a week later, they got back to me, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, guys. That worked out real well for me.
Yeah.
That money's just sitting in the bank,
Yeah, you're waiting.
hopefully not ending up going to a bill.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So to put it in context for you guys, if a South African artist would want to come to that show and it's $900 for the ticket, that would work out. Well, let's call it rounded down to $1,000 with tax and all yada yada, all that etc. You're looking at $1,000, like 16,000 rand. That is literally someone's salary for all month.
Jeez.
Wow, man.
Yeah, worse than you're complaining about that $400.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like.
And I'm not saying it's just the way that our currency is 16.5 to
Right.
the US dollar, so it's worth nothing, and it shows when you want to do anything that's outside of South Africa, it's super hard.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah. Well, that's just part of the. I mean, those considerations I make for price. That's really just part of the bigger picture. When it comes to
of course.
the risk, the risk that you take is always there. I mean, I had, I love the Heroes show in North Carolina, in Charlotte there, but I don't know that I've ever broken even at the show. I've done well. I've had great sales. I've done by all stretches of it, I had an excellent show and did lots of drawing and hung out with lots of cool people. But yeah, the expense of getting down there and just living down there for a few days and then converting it all, like it's tough, man.
Look,
tickets
the two conventions is 1,000 to 1,500 rand a booth, dollars a booth.
Wow,
That is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's crazy. Yeah, jeez.
Jay just posted he thinks he's undercharging for his tables. Yeah, those early shows, man. You got to do it cheap to get them in there.
Yeah, you gotta get them in the door, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, there's so many growing pains, I think, with putting on those shows. I've had friends who've run like toy conventions and collectible conventions and stuff, and it's just moving parts all the way up to it and through the end. Like it's just a lot can go wrong, and you get spiteful vendors that haven't had any sales, and they blame the venue, they blame the organizer, they blame whatever. And
we had that at Comic-Con Africa.
Oh yeah. Geez.
That must be your fault. Where's my client?
So, Nathan, were you part of the producers for that show, or were you?
I actually I was the speaker and host at the Wacom Artist Station. So I was hanging out there. A good friend of mine was part of the producers and the organizing committee for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
actually, you know them, Patrick. Mike.
Oh, Patrick. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike,
Patrick.
you did a couple things with them, didn't you?
Yeah, I've had, man, they're the greatest. They're a great bunch of guys, man. Patrick and Zaid's amazing, and yeah, like I did. I had a chance to hang out with Brett the Hitman Hart for an hour and do this whole recorded interview with him.
I remember
From
that.
my
What?
studio with Patrick. Like it was just incredible, like life changing, and yeah,
That's my man.
he's really just a phenomenal dude. I don't know. I'm really glad that he's got a bunch of my Hellboys that I've done as well. He's got an amazing Hellboy collection, and yeah, he's just a fantastic guy, man.
Yeah, we
Did
should
you
set
do
something
one
up
of
with
these?
them.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Did you do one of
He
these
was my
leather books?
absolute favorite wrestler.
Sorry, what was that?
Did you
Oh,
do one
God.
Hellboy in his book? Sorry, I don't know.
Sean, were you saying something about Brett the Hitman?
Oh no, I was just geeking out. Sorry.
Oh, no,
My
that's all right.
absolute favorite wrestler growing up. Just
Oh yeah.
overall
Oh yeah.
to this day.
I got this pretty rad. Let me show this off for a sec.
I mean, he's no Roddy Piper, but he's a good solid number 3 for me.
No, but you know why? You know how Brett is good because Roddy Piper is one of the only pinfall defeats he ever had was to Bret Hart.
It's true.
His first televised pinfall defeat was to Bret Hart, and that was a pretty
Yeah.
important thing to consider in these days for sure. So check this out. This is a print by David Mack,
Oh yes, I've also
signed
got
by
one.
Bret Hart, which is super awesome.
Oh, man.
It was damaged when it was shipped here, but you know, it's
no.
got. Yeah, it was a little bit damaged when it
Okay,
got
Mike,
here. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
bring you. I'm gonna
Frank-
bring you a new one.
Yeah, this I think I've actually got 2 here, which I do have 2 here.
Yeah, I'll
That
bring you.
is-
I'll bring you a
That almost seems
replacement.
unfair. But this is the coolest part for me was I got a signed pair of the sunglasses, man. I don't know how well those.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
shiny pink chrome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
jeez.
So, Mike, I actually made 3 of those that are exclusive ones where the gold belt is actually gold foil.
cool. Whoa.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh, wow. That's wicked, man.
Yeah, so there's 3 of them still laying there in South Africa that's got gold foil on.
Oh, wow.
Very
Crazy.
cool.
It's a super cool print. David Mack is absolutely like, great. Such a cool dude.
Yeah, his work is really cool, man.
So I had to ask, Nathan, did you sign up for the next Muppet Wrestling Night?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, cool. Just gotta make sure we got you on that one.
I gotta come up with some ideas for that one. That's going to be fun. All right. I'm kind of noodling on this too much.
That cover's looking awesome, Mike. Jesus.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I think Justin dipped without saying anything. Again, it's the professionalism that everyone loves to the show.
Well, what kind of tools is everyone using here tonight? I'm using a brush right now, but I was drawing mine with one burnt out Micron brush pen and one sharp one. So like a brand new one, and then one that's all soft and fuzzy and busted, because you get these nice kind of soft tones with it. And yeah, so that's kind of it's faster than the brush. And you know, these pens are like, you know, they don't last forever. So when they start to die, they actually become more useful a lot of the time. And so I like doing them for sketch covers like this, because they go on without being too heavy, and I don't have to use a lot of water or anything like that, or wash with them. What are you guys using? What are you drawing with?
I'm currently drawing with a Tombow Fudoneski brush pen right now.
Ooh. Is that one that you gotta like is preloaded with ink, or is it preloaded with like water, or how's that?
Oh, it's just standard water soluble ink in there. It's not even waterproof. I don't even and it's
okay.
definitely a felt tip, so it's not a true brush tip.
Yeah.
But it feels nice.
Nice.
And I've started drawing a lot with Blackwing 602 drawing pencils a lot. So.
Oh man, I've wanted to get some of those.
Oh, they're nice. They're nice.
I also saw a set of I don't know if it's Derwent that makes them. They were like supposed to be glare-proof graphite pencils.
Yeah.
Like a totally matte finish when you draw, and they got the whole range.
Right.
And yeah, they look awesome. Like the demos, I haven't tried them yet, but the photographic demos they use are comparisons are pretty cool. I kind of want to give them a try. Nerd out about art supplies all day long.
Here's your reminder. Please give Eli his allergy medication.
You guys have an amazing shop here in America called Hobby Lobby.
Oh, Hobby Lobby, yeah.
I get lost
Courtney,
in that
here's
place.
your reminder.
And like
Courtney, please give Eli his allergy
there's
medication.
another big art shop here in Colorado that's pretty cool. Where you can get more of your exclusive type of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, Alicia was our Hobby Lobby rep for a while.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. I usually spoil myself with a trip to Dick Blick's when I go to Chicago or
Oh yeah.
that's usually where I go. Chicago or New York, or both probably, because we don't have that here. We're kind of hurting for art supply stores that are accessible a little bit. Not hurting really, but they're just when you're not really mobile like I am. It's a bit of a trip to go and get them, but
I am always in a Blick Art Supply store because.
Oh yeah.
I work in one. I help run one.
Oh
Wow,
sweet.
There you
that's
go.
cool. Lucky you.
So it's I help run one in DC. So
That's wicked.
I'm always surrounded by art supplies and
Cool.
it's not spending my money on materials I'm never going to use.
But that's the way. This is the way.
That's how
Yeah,
I use
Eric-
camera gear.
Erica worked for years at an art store up here, and it was awesome for a couple of reasons. One, I got the staff discount on all the art supplies, and I was going through markers and pens in those days really quickly on projects, and so she'd just come home with new stuff for me like just about every day, and she got it like for something like 35% off or something. So it was just amazing.
Yeah.
So that it made some of the, I could buy really nice paper for a while. I was spoiling myself and doing everything on like 300-pound hot press watercolor paper, like just beautiful, smooth. It's
Nice.
almost like drawing on a smooth piece
Nice.
of wood,
Yeah.
like it's just gorgeous. And the other reason that it was awesome was because Erica was working the cash sometimes, and she would actually have conversations with illustrators and art directors and people like that who were coming in to buy supplies to do samples or to, whatever, and they would talk about the projects they're working on, or like, so one of the biggest jobs I ever had was working for a children's book publisher. I did that for between 2004 and 2010, pretty much exclusively. And I did a ton of graphic novels in that time, and they're all like educational kind of school stuff that I was doing. But that all came out of the fact that a guy came to buy a bunch of art supplies and just happened to mention to Erica that a local publisher to me was starting a whole new line of children's books, and they were getting all kinds of illustrators on board. And she just happened to have this conversation, and she called me the minute the guy left the store. I was like, yeah, so look up this publisher. They're called this. You can email them here, because she got all that out of the conversation. And I called, and it ended up being basically the job that I had for about 6 or 7 years. So,
Wow.
and then anything else too, like someone wanted a mural done, or someone wanted a tattoo design of something kind of that fit up my alley or whatever. Like there was lots of stuff like that came out of it that was just amazing.
I would love to become like an exclusive comic book artist, like tattoo artist. It's very hard to like have enough clientele that will come and get just comic book stuff. And
Oh yeah, that would be wicked. There was a guy here that I never got any of his work, but he had a section of this one local shop here, and all he did was comic book stuff. And It was really good. It looked really flashy. His style reminded me a little bit of Hugh Rookwood's, like very dynamic style and very bright colors and really
Very
bold
cool.
lines, and
Yeah.
really translated well in tattoos actually.
At least you put it. Harassing Tony Harris was one of the best parts of working at Hobby Lobby making location. Yeah, I'm sure that had to go well. All right, hey, well, let's do a quick auction while Justin's gone.
All right.
Yeah, since I'm in control. Wow. All right, so this one is Mike's original Batman art, 14 by 19 acrylic wash on canvas. And we were going to start this one at $50, and it'll be another 5-minute auction.
I did that one today. I was cleaning up my studio, and a friend of mine gave me a canvas, stretched canvas, like a few of them actually, a few years ago, and Eric was like, "Why'd you bring those home? What are we gonna do with those? You don't even paint anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, but I can't see them go to waste. Nothing can go to waste. Everything must be preserved, And so I just tucked it away, and then I saw it today, and it was kind of getting bashed up. Like it had like a stack of sketchbooks on top of it and stuff. I'm like, this is a terrible existence for this canvas. I got to do something to it. So I wanted to get in the spirit of tonight, so I did a Batman.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And I didn't have any of the right paint, so it was actually kind of I was like, it's a gessoed canvas, so it has that kind of almost like a plasticky kind of surface. So I like to use a lot of ink wash, and luckily I use a lot of waterproof ink and stuff. So as long as it dries roughly where I put it, it's gonna stay like that even on a gessoed canvas. But of course, I'm working on a very slight incline here, and the washes just move on top of that plastic substrate, so they just move around. And anyway, it took some doing. I used ink and I used acrylic wash, and I was able to make something happen.
Cool. All right, Murray's bringing it to 50. And
Right now,
Justin's
Murray?
obviously back because we're getting the audio loop.
What?
Oops.
Yeah, at least just put Mike just explained why my house is always a mess. Everything must be saved for future projects.
I know it's yeah.
You never know.
I mean, the A&E Hoarders show could come over here, and they would just have to open the door a foot, and they'd be like, "Okay, yeah, we got a whole season's worth of content here. We're just gonna do like Hoarders Rooth Edition 2023, and see my hideous studio, which is also our living room and dining room and everything else."
Literally sitting in the living room.
I already I asked Mike before the show, are you sure you want to auction that piece off? Like,
Is it just it's sitting at 60 there with Murray, or 50? Yeah.
50 with Murray. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I never mind if Murray ends up getting it. I guess he's pretty cool.
He's all right.
Don't be inflating Murray's ego. Come on. I have enough to deal with him as it is. Now I don't need this on top of it. Fucking Murray.
And for those of you that are watching, if you are interested, we have a promotion. Well, not a promotion, but an opportunity for a quad sketch, quad remark book, I guess, from the Things Are Getting Sketchy Volume 1 that we'll be offering at Toronto and Brenda and PEI between Mike, Hugh, Casey, and Brenda Little. So if you're interested on that, it's $200 Canadian per book. So you can find that on the Things Are Getting Sketchy page. And I think we have 5 spots left.
All right,
Sweet.
just put it up real quick. Coming to a minute, and Paul Kemp has brought it to 150.
Oh, damn. Cheers, Paul.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, Paul's one of those cats that don't fuck around when he fucks around.
Paul's the real deal for sure.
Yeah,
Glad to
hey,
watch.
Paul, glad to have you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
Posts the
Sorry,
most
Mike, didn't mean
beautiful
to-
photographs. Paul does. He posts the most beautiful photographs,
He does.
and he's
Yeah.
posting stuff from the Niagara region where I grew up, and places my brother and I used to hike around and adventure around with, kids and teenagers. And I see him post these photos on Paul's photos, and I'm just like, man, it takes me back for sure. All right, I think this one's done. I think I'm gonna call it done. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna do something else to it. Let's see here. I cleaned my studio, and now I don't know where anything is. I totally out-clevered myself on this.
Oh, did we lose Kelly? I believe we did.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
See if I can't bring him in. Okay, we did sell to Paul. All right.
right on, Paul.
Paul.
Cheers, man.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can't see you yet. but
Kelly,
we can
there
hear
he is. Yep. There you can see it. There he is.
There, yeah.
So apparently our internet went out.
That'll happen.
Ah.
So I'm going to try to do it with my phone for as long as it lasts.
All right. There you are.
All right. I have one book here that I can sell. That I got it. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it, but I'll put it up here tonight if anybody's interested. It's the Twig Preview.
Nice.
So this book here, the Scotty Young. So this is the ash can of it, and I want $75 for that one.
Is Kyle Strom drawing that book?
Strong,
think-
yep.
Yep.
mhm.
Yep.
Awesome, man. I saw just the image of the preview cover, and it was just looks like a blast. Looks like fun.
Yeah, I found a moving storage units this past couple weekends. I found a big box of Animosity, like 1s and 2s. And I forgot,
Oh, wow.
I forgot how many covers he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah, I got a bunch of his Animosity books. I'm gonna have to ship them off to him as a surprise.
That was a fun book, man. I like that book.
Oh, Kelly, that piece is looking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Out of control.
they all are.
Well, I'm not going to try to take anything away from you, Kelly, like Justin is. I'm just going to sit there and say it's an awesome piece.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. I think it's awesome. Other people apparently want to make sure they compare it to others, but I'm just saying it's awesome, straight up.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm going to say right now, somebody go call Kelly Jones because they need to see Sean's Bane. Holy fuck.
Oh, I'm stealing a lot from Kelly Jones right now.
No.
Stealing a lot from him.
It's just, my God, that is awesome, dude.
Thank you. I'm debating this. Go ahead and put the chest hair on there because It makes him look a lot more like a brute. Right now, he just looks like just a big bodybuilder, just completely hairless.
Well, you know, hey, Bane likes to keep it clean. That's all.
Yeah.
I love that twisted gesture you got him into. That pose, wicked. Ah man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I always think it's much more interesting to try to twist the figure
Mm-hmm.
like that.
And you got the perfect, like, you know, not to say Kelly's on stop, but Kelly, since you created Bane with Dixon,
Yeah.
you did the perfect skipped leg day Bane.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, 'cause
mean-
Bane was always that way. I mean, like, he never
Yeah.
had, like, he had a good proportion to his bottom half, but it was always his top half that got swole. So, yeah, that's
Yes.
awesome. Way to nail it, man. That is fantastic.
Because the tube's always just hooking to his upper body.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like really weird. Like he should topple over, but he doesn't.
He really should. Yeah, like all someone needs to come in is just give him a good drop kick to the chest and he goes down. It's like a turtle on his back.
Totally just push him down, just
Can't
run
get
up.
Yeah,
Push him.
Table him, yeah. Robin gets on the hands and knees behind him. Batman pushes him over. Done.
They go Bane tipping.
Exactly.
All right. Draw something else now.
Okay, so Nathan, is your Batman inspired by the new movie or?
Yes, it is indeed.
Okay, all right. So I was like, I don't recognize those gauntlets. So I was wondering if that was new movie Batman. Awesome.
Yeah,
Wicked.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's got some badass going. I think they'll probably explore that a little bit more in the next movie as well. Because yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say something similar to that. Like one of the things I liked about the Nolan Batman, they did it once and never explored it again. When he had the actual like flange that would shoot off, and like so they became like almost like automatic fire batarangs, and they did it
Right.
They did it once. Like I would do that every fucking fight. You know, that would be my opening salvo. Anybody who's standing afterwards is gonna get fucking judo chopped. But prior to that, you're getting a batarang.
Everyone's
fucking
getting,
head.
Exactly. Yeah, so he I don't think it's a spoiler, but he uses his grapple gun like proper. Like
cool.
it's not a just shoot it into the air and all of a sudden it's like stuck to an I-beam that comes out of nowhere. There's justice to it. I don't want to give anything away.
No, I appreciate it, but that's cool to hear that they're actually being a little more, realistic and grounded. And
Definitely. And there's so much homage to the whole Batman 1960s, the old Batman, Adam West. But again, I won't give anything away. But it's very cool how they bring that in. If you know, you know. Once you see it, you see it.
Are we gonna get the Bat Tootsie? Is that what you're trying to not say?
The shark repellent.
I will bust out laughing if he brings out shark repellent.
Or I really want there to be some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Me and a couple friends of mine, man.
So this one's done. I'm just gonna press something on it until it dries, so we can auction this one if you guys want. If we got something up, or we haven't got anything up right now, and I'll probably try to sketch something else, maybe something quick.
I think that's one of the ones for the 24-hour auctions, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll better sign that, I guess.
Looks really sharp.
Thanks. I did a
Incredible.
crap ton
Incredible.
of Usagi Yojimbo. I haven't shared them yet. Justin's seen them. I haven't shown anyone else yet any of the remarks. Oh, I might have showed Casey a couple of the remarks that I did on Usagi Yojimbo. They were really fun.
Yeah, well, when you sent them to me, I know we were talking. It's like I had to look to try to figure out where some of them were.
Oh man, I had the funnest time with that with Erica. She was like, "Okay, what am I looking at?" I'm like, "Well, this is an original and this is one with a remark." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Yeah, I did like 15 or 16 of them." She's like, "Oh, okay." And she's flipping through. She's like, "Where's the remark on this?" Like she was having a hard time comparing because I was trying to make like extra bits of like, swords sticking out of the snow or whatever, just subtle things. But I tried to make them look like they were part of the cover. And so she had a hard time finding them. It was fun. It was probably the most entertaining thing I'd done all week. Was between Erica and Justin trying to figure out where the remarks were. I'm easily amused these days, though. So, oh, that's not a very good pen. Rama, what's going on, buddy? What's going on?
So you were Nathan. I'm not sure if you were here last week or not when we were talking about it, but since you're big into Batman, have you seen the new animated movie that came out this few months? The Batman: Soul of the Dragon.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, like I've got no issues with them like doing anything. Like as long as it's just a cool story. Like there's people that are gonna like it, there's people gonna hate it, like completely, and each to their own.
But yeah, I mean, I dug it, for many reasons. But like, I thought it was kind of cool for because Batman obviously was the worst martial artist in that movie.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
What he did. Yeah, but he had a cape, so that's all I can.
But he had a cape, like the cape helps.
But that's my favorite line in it. I have a cape.
I have a cape.
I think you might be the only other person in the group to watch it, so I'm eager to talk about it.
Some of it is very cheesy, and I think it's like I think some of the writers always try and play a homage to Adam West and the old Batman in making certain lines very cheesy. Like it's uncalled for cheesy. Like even in Hush, there's a couple of lines that are like, why did you put it in there? But I understand because it's like the folklore behind it almost, and in that sense, I dig it.
Of the Batman 66 stuff, have you seen the two animated movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's a little tough, but the second one with Two-Face was actually pretty good.
Well, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
And then now I think the newest release after the Dragon one was they had the Long Halloween Part 1 and Part 2 as well, animation.
Yeah.
And they had what was the other one?
I liked those more than I thought I was gonna.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
not bad.
Yeah, all the ones that I don't really care for take place in the New 52, like the War universe, I guess, because it started with War, but then there's Hush. What was the?
There's Doomsday. There's too many actually.
Yeah. But they all
they're not worth remembering. It's just.
Although, a bad movie, but fun to watch for the action sequences because that's obviously where they spent all their money in the animation. Batman Ninja.
Oh yeah. That was pretty. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was the whole going back into the past and that was all cliche and wormholes and.
Yeah. Plot holes plenty, but the action sequences in that were
that was great.
Yeah, breathtaking.
I do like the I think it's the Japanese studios that they're bringing in.
Mm-hmm.
That just it's a different take. Like if you go look, there's a Dark Knight animation as well
Yeah.
that ties into the whole Christopher Nolan trilogy, which is
Yeah,
also
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched that.
that was good.
And I have mixed reviews on it. It's like you can tell the ones that were like, "Oh man, they were really rushing the animation on that one."
Yes, but it's very much a style. That director or the artist that did it, his style is like that. If you go look at his animation, it looks very similar. It's like almost like very sketchy. Everything is like very like fluidy and runny almost. It's like it blends too much.
Okay. Yeah, because like I forget which one. I think it was the second one that felt like a unfinished Eon Flux animation.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly.
it was. I mean, the opening animation on that was great.
Yeah.
And I watched it on HBO Max, and I'm pretty sure like the opening credit scene thing they did, it had to be like the like DVD menu animation. It just had that really weird. All of a sudden, it stops, pauses, and you see Batman Dark Knights. Like that's odd. I should be hitting a play button now, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mike, nice cover. What are we doing there?
Well, first I had to find something that would stick to the cover because the pencil I've been drawing with was like not showing up on it because this one is fairly resistant, but I'm using the Prismacolor black pencil crayon just to kind of get a little sketch down. I think I'm going to do a scarecrow because someone mentioned scarecrow and I haven't been able to get a picture out of my head for a bit, so I'm going to do that and finish out the show working on that, I think.
Cool.
Oh no, don't do that.
But yes, while we're on it, this is our volume 1 of the Things Are Getting Sketchy.
Where can I get that?
I'll send you a copy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man.
And yeah, when you're on the show, if you want to send in the scan, your work will show up in forthcoming issues. And
That'll be awesome.
we just did the Kickstarter for number 2. There's a beautiful piece by Sean Hill. Look at that Solomon Grundy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I love that piece, man.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, just amazing. Just amazing.
Oh, I feel that way though.
And then you got Carl Waller's werewolf, Jughead. He just murders it all the time with his werewolves. I love his stuff.
I'm looking at the female Sith that he drew. I remember that night. That was pretty.
Oh yeah, up here. Yeah, that one's earlier in the book. Yeah, he killed that one too. Yeah, that's a wicked piece. I love that piece.
Did you guys ever see the colored piece after Wesley got a hold of it?
Yep. Yeah, Wesley. Man.
Yeah.
Wesley's so good.
Gore the God Butcher. Yeah, these were awesome.
I gotta find a colorist. I guess what I'm saying is I'm aspiring to be Carl, so I don't have to color my own work, and I can just be like, well, I don't color, and then someone else has to color it. I find I just lose so much time to coloring. I'd rather be drawing. Always rather be drawing.
I can color. It's just so laborious that I just.
I know.
It makes you appreciate the colors.
Well, there's just better people at it. There's just people out there who are better at it than me, and I'd rather, I'd rather them have the chance to make everything look awesome because I don't know.
Oh shit! Hang on a second. I don't interrupt you. We just have a new phenomenon on the show here. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but NPB is fucking drawing with 2 hands. What the absolute fuck, man? That is insane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be the tattoo artist training coming in here, right? Is that what this is? That's crazy.
My mom used to train us. A cool book, if you guys want to look into it, is called "Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain."
Yeah.
And it touches on this basis of like drawing with your left hand if you're right-handed and drawing with your right hand if you're left-handed. It like kind of cuts off the brain and makes you think less about what you're actually doing and just doing something.
It's an incredible book.
That's very cool, man.
If anyone out there, I mean, if you don't have that book, I have 2 copies of it. I'm sure I could.
I've also got a hard copy plus the workbook. So I'll
Nice.
make you guys copies of the workbook. I'll scan it in and get you guys copies.
The workbook is cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
great
helps.
stuff.
Read that. Yeah, they're just even.
It's a really interesting, take on it. It's the whole idea that the right side of the brain kind of connects with like that's why left-handed artists. I know so many left-handed artists who are just like on a different level.
Great. Yeah,
They're just on a different level, and it's because they're tapped into that right brain. It's like a direct main line to the right brain. So it's really cool.
Oh, great! Now Casey's going to be insufferable next night. We have him on.
Oh yeah. Oh, he knows. Casey knows his left-handedness gives him an edge. Yeah, it's a great book, though. I recommend it to anyone out there who's learning, anyone out there who's tired of the way they currently draw. Like if you've reached a kind of a stalemate with how you want to draw and you want to kind of shift your gears a little bit, it's definitely got some great exercises in it to do just that.
It's got 54 exercises, and if you do one a week, it's going to take you a year, and I promise you'll be a better artist for it. After
100%. Yeah. And you might work differently than you work now and really surprise yourself at what comes out the other side. Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Casey heard that.
I feel stuck, I go to that book.
Yeah, he was lurking.
Oh, yeah. Casey knows he's got an edge.
So hey, Stefan,
So
I got a question for you now. I'm going to stop turning my chair because I know it drives you crazy. Since the auctions are now 24 hours and not done live on the show, can we bid?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, that's not ethical. You're that would be like Walmart coming in going, "Hey, do you want to pay $10 for that? But I'm going to pay 11." So.
But realistically, okay, like why not? I mean, it's not live. It's
you're still raising the price of something that you're controlling.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because I want to buy it.
Next weekend,
I'm raising the price because I want to buy it.
Next weekend, we will not be having a tag, so unfortunately, we're going to have an ethics camp where all the employees will be going. We're going to have our retreat.
Oh, God.
Each one of these artists are open for commissions for the most part. So if there's something you want, you can always commission an original piece.
Yeah, it's called the Sean Hill Bane that he's drawing right now.
Hey, I understand. I'm sitting here, pouting just as much as you are, but these are the rules.
I know.
I know.
Trying. I'm trying.
I get it. Like, if that piece were to get lost in the mail. Yeah.
Accidental.
No one's going to bid on that thing, bro. No one's going to bid.
Oh, sorry, what was that, Sean?
No,
Accidentally.
No one's going to bid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryan, you're right. They all look awesome. They are crazy good.
Yeah. I just heard, was that police sirens going by somebody's?
Fire trucks.
Fire truck? Okay, it sounded like my son screaming. So I had to stop and pause and listen for a minute.
It's the fire sale going for all this auction.
Yeah, I live about a block away from the fire department, so it's noisy a lot.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh man, that clay face. Damn.
I know.
Amazing.
I'm really digging the scarecrow popping in on that orange cover.
Yeah, Mike's going at a Hugh rate right now, man. He's going to put out 2 covers in one night.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. All right, so, real quick before we get too far into this, so we're half an hour out for the show. So next week's show, I'm not sure if everybody saw it on the page or not, but it's going to be Muppets 80s Action Stars. So anything 80s Muppet mashup. So we're gonna have Mike, Kelly, Thomas doing some more 3D modeling, and Hugh back with his Muppet Madness. So
Crazy.
just let everybody know. Justin, will you be back with us next week, or I forget?
Yeah, I'll try to be here for that one.
Awesome.
I'd like to if I can. Next weekend is the last weekend I have to really get ready for Toronto. So,
I was wondering, yeah.
But yeah, I'll try to make that one.
Okay. I will not be doing a big promo for this one because, fuck y'all. Y'all got on my, shit for putting up good promos last couple weeks. So it is going to be stick figures. That's it.
Hand turkey. Do a hand turkey.
Nope. So,
Not till hand night.
Yeah. Just, all right, since we're going to spoil it here. So on November 19th, that is going to be our pre-Thanksgiving hand turkey art night. So, yeah, it will be a hand turkey covers. We'll figure it out on that, but it will be hand turkey evening.
Crazy.
Murray finally gets his wish. Okay.
Well,
I will be right back.
All right, man. Yes, Rob was saying for the next week can be 4 different Kurt Russell pieces that I can't bid on. That would be correct. It would be torturous, but yeah, I stand by my loss. And Murray is excited about the hand turkey night in November. So is that watercolor you're using on the Clayface piece? Kelly?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob. Real Thanksgiving, not Canadian Thanksgiving. Not that October Thanksgiving nonsense.
Wait.
So, you mean Halloween?
Yeah. So, Kelly, do you know who Andre Muti is?
I do.
Yeah. Like the artist on Maniac New York and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on a show, since using
that would be so great.
Yeah, using the Aftershock connection on that one. So we may just have to change the timing on that one or something. I'm not sure you can pull a Saturday night. He's not, but we're working on it. But make sure that you guys are on the same show then for that. Do watercolors.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
Yeah, his work's really cool. I loved Bunny Mask. That was some pretty crazy looking work.
Yeah, it's neat what he I was watching him do some pages at C2E2 for the Bronx is Burning stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, and this is the first time I saw watercolors being used in a comic book like that. Okay, that's
he was actually working on pages there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Kelly, what's that book you're going to do for Scout? Did you mention the title? I forgot. It was a long time.
The Brave, or the Life and Death of the Brave Captain Suave. Like, I can never remember the full name.
Yeah. So is that the first one you've done watercolors on, or have you done watercolors for a book?
No, I've done a few. Did a graphic novel, A Letter to Joe. It's like a World War II thing.
Oh, wow.
Didn't that win some awards?
No.
Oh,
No, we got robbed. It was probably one of the more critically appreciated ones that I worked on, though. I've done watercolor on a lot, actually. I've started slowing down on it a little bit, like just because it's a lot of work, but
a lot of extra planning. Yeah.
It's more like I'm trying to, unless it's a project that like somebody actually comes to me and says like I want this watercolor, like I'm thinking I'm reserving that for like stuff for myself, like my own books and stuff. Unless somebody's going to pay me to do it, because I like getting paid.
It is a good motivator.
It is.
So who published the letters to Joe?
That was Top Shelf.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll look that one up. I'll get that one.
Yeah, it was beautiful work, man.
Thank you. Bountiful Garden, which was the Mad Cave series that I did, that just finished up a little while back. I didn't do watercolor on that, but I did gray wash like the whole book. So it was kind of a cheaty way of controlling what happens with the colorist, and like it worked out pretty well. Like they got a colorist that kind of knew what to do with it. So it was one of my better experiences with that kind of thing.
It's awesome.
But I kind of hate it because I really kind of like the way the black and white pages look like. And they're just, unless you buy them, you're never going to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really just don't like that orange cover, do you, Mike?
No, I do.
Erase
I
it
do.
once, no?
What I like about it, though, is I can actually erase out highlights right out of the lift some of the orange off and kind of expose some highlight areas, so I can go back in and render on top of those and get some, a little bit more depth without having to add any white paint or anything. It's kind of a weird thing. Like when we first started drawing on these in Winnipeg, we were like, oh man, these are going to be tough. Like, how are we going to do it? Because they were repellent to a lot of the regular tools, just because of the coating on them is the color coding is so solid. But once I figured out I could erase out of it and actually create a value scale, just by using the eraser and kind of knock in my major highlights and stuff, you can do some pretty fun rendering after that. So yeah, it's one of those drawbacks that turned into kind of a weird blessing with these kind of covers. Like I've done a Ben Grimm on these, a couple of Ben Grimms, and works really great. That technique worked really great.
Yeah, it was Ben Grimm's like that. So were the orange and blue the same like that, or was the orange just like least receptive?
I'm not sure what it is. I think the blue. I think they're essentially the same. Yeah, it's a very strong orange, and it's one of those things you wouldn't know until you actually sat down to try to draw on it how it was going to be. But the first one I remember just being, I had one of these brush pens, these Pentel brush pens, and I found like it was really slippery, like it wasn't giving me an even coat, and it was just kind of pooling and sort of evaporating weirdly on the surface. But if you keep the dry medium and maybe some dried out markers, stuff that's starting to go, stuff that's not too juicy, because it'll sit there wet on the surface long enough to create, puddles or kind of weird, things. And if that's not what you're going for, then it's not ideal. But Hugh and Casey jumped in with the paints. He did that crazy hobgoblin when we were there, and just killed it with the paints. So you can just use the orange to your advantage. But yeah, for me it was figuring out that I could erase out whole areas of white and highlight, which kind of made them really fun to work on. And now I try to do that with all of them. I kind of test to see how strong they are in that way. But I think this one's very similar to the blue. I think I've just drawn on more orange ones than blue ones so far.
I wasn't sure if maybe the process was different with the orange ink or something.
Yeah, curious what the purple and green ones are going to be like. I think that's
we didn't get.
Oh, we didn't get that.
We didn't get the purple. We got black and green.
Oh, okay. Well, black's going to be cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna look
Green
dope.
Some dope Hulks or something like that, or Swamp Things on the green for sure.
Yeah, we'll save purple for volume 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be sending you guys the proofs tomorrow for the book.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's I just got 2 more pages to do, just the text heavy stuff, the thank you page and the credits page and stuff like that. And then off to the printer. And for everybody watching, yeah, the pardon me, the surveys will go out tomorrow too for your cover swaps, so you can decide on which covers you want.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so that way, if people want to swap out for the Obsidian or the MV covers. Yeah, unfortunately, we just never got. It was a weird Kickstarter this time.
Yeah.
We had so many people pledge and then remove their pledge, and then it was bizarre.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I know another friend just had a Kickstarter. It's the same thing. Like his jumped by a few grand on the last day, and he was just really just disappointed. You know.
Justin must be coming back.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Mute your fucking microphone, son. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like you said, a lot of people were, just things have been weird last couple of months so.
Oh yeah.
I totally get it. So no harm, no foul. Because again, we kind of do this as we go, so it's not like we're, trying to bank heavily on it. Costs are covered. It's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, make the book.
And that was one thing I realized on the spreadsheet I'll have to fix. I didn't put the cover notes. So once we get the books and everything, we'll be at the every other night, or every other week version of tags. So that we'll have to do a special night for the cover nights.
Sure. Yeah, they're fun. They're cool books, man. They're nice quality books. It's 44 pages, or I think 44 pages, and the reproductions are great on them. And yeah. So Mixan didn't print these, eh?
No, those are printed right here in Florida.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. Over at I forgot the name of the company now. But it's on the west coast of Florida.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So, and they'll be doing the metal covers. We got a couple, and we're gonna do the metal for the Rumble Kitties.
Nice. I'm still putting the Kickstarter together for Dodge. It's a lot to do.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot to do.
So for those, like, you guys have to have it submitted for review so long in advance, or?
Yeah, and you gotta have it just about, pretty much done, ready to go. Like I think you can make some changes. I have very little experience actually putting them together. The last campaign, Matt handled that one all on his own. For this one, I asked to be included just because I want to see how I can be more helpful. And that way I can kind of see what things as they're coming in, and make adjustments if I can. And I can connect directly with the people who are pledging. So like if someone decides they want to pledge for like original art page, I can give them, dibs right away the minute they pledge if they want. I can mark that page as theirs, like, if they want to do stuff like that. So it's nice to be able to, have that kind of direct connection with the backers and stuff. And I just my one regret with Dodge is that this last issue has taken me a long time to do, and I'm afraid we've kind of lost the steam from our last Kickstarter, which did really well, and that was almost a year ago, and maybe it was over a year ago now. I can't remember. It's been such a weird time is passing in such a weird way now, but I feel like I think we're going to be okay. But I have noticed a lot of Kickstarters. There's been a weird kind of drop in Kickstarters lately in terms of their success in some cases, and I'm not sure what that's all about. If that had to do with that crypto thing or what, I don't know. But
I don't
know if there's any
stuff.
Sorry, what's that?
Like the blockchain stuff? Or
Yeah. I thought that I knew a lot of people kind of turned on.
Oh.
Because of all that, but I don't know.
They put it on hold.
Oh, did they? I didn't get an update on that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more just to do with just everything's so expensive right now that people are just kind of dialing back on the spending for keeping. They got to get their staples in more than their collections in.
Yeah.
Hey, I have nothing to back that up. That's my thought.
I think that the people that were going to pull out of doing anything because of the crypto stuff was probably more about the people that would be running the Kickstarters and not so much the people that would be
supporting. Yeah.
What was that about? I missed that. The cryptocurrency thing.
Kickstarter was going to start putting a heavy focus on using blockchains and crypto and NFT stuff.
Okay.
And, that's kind of immediately started to set themselves on fire, basically.
Yeah, pretty loud backlash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so instead of giving people the option, they probably just wanted to do crypto. Ride the train.
Mm.
I think I'm actually almost done.
Looks crazy, man.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's wild.
See anything anymore. I guess I see a big Bane arm, which looks great.
Oh, there's a lot of big Bane on that. It's awesome.
So I haven't read any recent stories with them in the comics. I think they have like a City of Bane thing going on for a bit. I can't remember it all.
Are we talking Bane? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember any recent storyline with him. I think it may have been City of Bane where he, like, I don't know, he got himself off of Venom or something, and they tried to take him, they tried to write him seriously as a villain again, but I don't know if I never read it. Like,
didn't play off as much. I've got one here actually. I think City of Bane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last time I saw Bane too. Was that because he seems to have? I guess it depends on what side of the conspiracies you think of, but he seems to be kind of a blacklisted character.
Yeah.
There have been some characters that have been not used in DC for a bit.
There could be reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought his daughter in for a minute. Yeah, when they were doing all that, like next gen villains and heroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be honest. Other than Swamp Thing, I haven't been reading a lot of DC. I haven't hardly touched any DC in a long time now. Like longer than I like, actually. But yeah,
you're not missing a lot.
I just like after the New 52, I there was a couple things I wanted to try on that, and a couple things that just made me so mad. And I think I just kind of, it just meant I suddenly had more money for indie comics, and I was buying less comics anyway because I didn't have any money, and I was trying to get to shows and stuff like that. So I didn't have a lot of extra to throw around for comics. But yeah, I haven't read anything DC in a long time. Really, it's just the Swamp Thing, which I really liked.
I think the last DC thing I got were 3 Jokers. That was about it.
Oh, 3 Jokers was great as well.
Found one.
Have you done any DC work, Sean?
I haven't. No. It's honestly, I have no idea how some of the artists over there get hired. Like, I don't know how they accept any submissions, but at the same time, I don't know how I ever got any work at Marvel either. So I wasn't actively trying at them at the time.
Right. But sometimes when you find everything, it's like I remember being painfully single for years and just just giving up, like just giving up.
Yeah.
And then you meet someone amazing, and you're like, oh, it's because I stopped looking. It's maybe the same kind of thing, in a way. Because when I got to do something for Swamp Thing, I mean that was like way out of left field. Like I'm still spinning from that. It was it was a while ago, and I'm still like, wow, yeah, it's a crazy thing. You never think something like that's going to happen, and then you think, oh, well, it happened. So now what happens next? I thought that would be like the end of the story.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it is just knowing people and being at the convention. Because I mean, that's how I got my work at DC was, knowing an artist and an inker, and then them introducing me to editors. Because prior to that, it was nowhere getting in the door without someone else opening it for me. So I'm assuming that's the same.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's got to be the easiest way to get in.
Yeah.
It's not what you know, do you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Would explain why I haven't done any Marvel or DC stuff.
I want Marvel to get to do a Man-Thing book that you get to write and draw if you want to, or maybe I don't know, you and Steve team up on a Man-Thing book. That would be.
That's okay. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of those things feels impossible, but who knows?
I gotta ask this because me and my friends argue about this all the time. But do you think Batman should kill Joker?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a yes guy too. I'm like, it's just Joker. You don't have to kill every villain.
I don't think Batman should kill him. I think he should take him to a state where the death penalty is legal and just get him put out.
Nice.
It's kind of like killing him.
Yeah, but it's not on his own.
Thanks for bringing up the question of why the death penalty isn't up in Gotham. I'm like,
say that again. Sorry.
It makes me wonder why the death penalty isn't an option in Gotham.
I've wondered about that as well.
You think if anybody would be okay with it, Gotham would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you should kill him, but I'm not against him really crippling him.
Yeah. Like taking him out good.
Yeah. He needs to be taken out of the equation completely.
It'll be dangerous cripple though.
Just a little maiming,
I mean, if his mobility is brought down to 0, he's going to be a lot less dangerous.
Yeah.
But he's a manipulator too.
True.
You don't understand my level of crippling.
As long as he can breathe and blink his eyes, he's fine.
Yeah.
If he's a vegetable, then yeah, absolutely.
He employs the palette a few extra times that day.
Because it just gets into the okay, if you say it's okay for that one, why is it not okay for the other? And
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine to kill every one of them. At this point, man.
Yeah, I mean, go full Jean Paul then. I mean, Nightfall Batman. I mean,
Yeah, the Azrael. Yeah, that was.
That was wild. That was a wild.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, that's the Batman that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
And at that point, are you really rooting for Batman or the Punisher?
There's that Punisher type of Batman in Dark Metal. What's his name? He's got guns and machine guns.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
The Grim Knight or something, or
The Grim Knight, that's his
yeah,
name. Yes.
yeah.
What's that
It's the
from?
Punisher version
In
of.
Metals, Dark Knight Metals,
Oh,
the whole Joker of
Yeah.
the Batman Who Laughs series.
And there's that Batman the Merciless, that
Yes.
kind of looks a bit like this guy. Looks a little bit like War Duke.
yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, yeah, you're going Thomas Wayne, Flashpoint Batman.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Grim Knight is he's like wild.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I mean, like the
Yeah.
killing Batman, and today, you know,
Yeah.
and the modern story would be the Flashpoint Batman. Where
Yes.
Thomas Wayne's just, you know.
So what do you guys think of the new Flash movie coming and the Batgirl movie coming up?
I don't have an opinion because I'm trying not to watch anything on it until it comes out. I try to avoid all trailers and things like that.
Oh no, I meant like more what your actual feelings about it coming out, not so much anything that you've heard or.
Oh,
I hope
go ahead, Mike. Or whoever's-
Oh no, I haven't heard of that they're even coming. So I haven't seen any of the DC stuff, to be honest with you. Like except for the Swamp Thing show.
Yes,
I haven't seen any of the Snyder. I think I saw Batman versus Superman, but that was where I stopped after that. I don't think I saw
the Snyder cut. It just puts faith back into humanity.
I think I've seen it about 5 times already.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I saw it 4 times on the first day it released.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
And then it was playing like on loop in my studio for probably a month.
yeah. Right now, I'm more impressed with what Warner Brothers is doing with their TV shows than the HBO Max,
Yeah.
than their movies.
Yeah.
Like
And
Peacekeeper
new
was fantastic.
Superman and Peacekeeper was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Superman was amazing.
Mm,
Yeah, they lost it with Flash and all those shows, but they're gonna kind of like take them out.
I hope so.
I think that's gonna like become the old stuff, and it's gonna carry on with Superman and potentially because there's a whole Gotham series coming, Gotham PD, and another spin-off called just Arkham that's gonna deal with a family that starts with Arkham Asylum and with the Waynes, and so there's a lot of things that's gonna be more, I think, a little bit more of a darker genre that they're gonna bring in. Focus more on that,
Sweet.
I think, but that's just me. That's just my thoughts. I'm nowhere as far as on any of this.
Okay. Yeah, this is done.
Nice.
That's it.
These look great.
Yeah, man, that's out of control.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
Beautiful.
All right, yeah. Well, we are at 10 o'clock, so we will close this out and let you guys finish up your stuff. When you're done, just go ahead and scan it to me if you can, and I will.
Sure.
We'll put it up on the tags page, and like I said, we'll start the auction off. And I'll have all the rules there again. $5 increments, none of that dollar bullshit. There are no pennies in Canada, so stop that. And the auctions will go till 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. Anybody have any parting words or anything else? If not, Justin, you got anything to say? Are you good?
No, I'm good for this week. Next week we got a few big releases, so we'll talk about those next weekend.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for having me on, dude. I really appreciate it.
Oh, hey, no, it's a pleasure having you. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Killer piece too. It's looking so good.
All right,
Getting there.
Yeah, Rob, 7 p.m. Eastern, the auction will end. So we'll get these started up shortly. So everybody, will talk to you guys soon, and thanks everybody for showing up, both sides of the camera.